Hey everybody, welcome back to episode 12 of Burn Down the Sandcast. It's your boy Miko, aka Alex, aka the original Yiffmeister, and it's just one of those days when you don't want to wake up, everything is fucked, and everybody sucks.
Hey, it's your no longer interim Yiffmeister, Mike, aka at Rick Rolls Royce on Twitter.
You can't call yourself the interim Yiffmeister, you're not even a furry.
Far too late for that.
Oh no, oh jeez. Oh shit,
And
alright.
we're back with the full cast this week.
Hi.
Yeah.
I'm here. I'm Maggie. I'm alive, kind of. Not really, but I'm here. You could find me on the web zone of MySpace at Zomptosis on MySpace.com.
I'm gonna find out if this is real or not.
Uh-huh.
MySpace is real, but I don't think anybody cares about it.
I hope someone hijacked me on MySpace.
They, at some point, they, did a total site wipe, and now all the old accounts are gone, so you would have had to create a new one.
I mean, I've never had a MySpace.
And we also have...
I'm also half dead. Hi, I'm GameBun. At GameBun on Twitter. And, yeah, I got nothing.
Alright, welcome.
It's been a very exhausting week.
Oh boy, has it. Anyway, what's going on? How's everybody doing? Let's talk about it.
Hey, did you know life is a permanent hellscape that never ends?
Yeah, I did. And now let me tell you about it. I turned 27.
Oh, that's
You were like a baby. You were a child.
Well, you say that, but now I can no longer say that I'm mid-20s. I now am required to use the term late 20s. And so my life is basically over now, I think.
So you're in your 20s and you're complaining about it.
Yeah.
Okay,
I'm just
alright.
going to throw this out here, Mike. 26 isn't really mid-20s either.
You can push it. You
Yeah,
can
I
push it
guess
with
maybe
26.
you could.
27, you can't push it
So
anymore.
what's it like for you two to be old?
It's like a nightmare hellscape that I live in, and
I'm just tired all the time.
So
and I wanna
basically
sleep.
it's the same thing as right now. What I'm
No,
getting.
it's worse
Oh.
because you're closer to death.
Yeah. Actually,
So-
it's worse because I can very firmly say now, as a 30-year-old, that I wasted all of my 20s. I threw them in the fucking garbage like a moron.
Yeah, I'm right in the middle of that. It's a good time.
I mean,
Yeah.
I don't know about you guys, but at 23, I can tell you I have wasted my entire life up to this point already.
Well,
yeah, but you have 7
can-
more years of wasting.
Yeah, you still got time.
All right, so the one thing I did do with this week was not editing podcasts, which I need to do.
Yeah, you should probably
But
do
the-
that.
Yeah, but the other thing that I did do, because I had a bunch of shit I had to do for birthday stuff, but whatever, was I made ramen for my birthday. Now you might say, cup ramen? Wow, that's a sad birthday.
I
Well, you'd be
really
right.
hope you didn't make cup ramen for your birthday.
You'd be right if it was cup ramen that I made, but it wasn't. I made
Okay, alright.
ramen broth from scratch, and then I got a bunch of ingredients and got fresh noodles and made tonkatsu, which is like, if you haven't had it, it's basically just fried pork cutlets breaded
Hell yeah.
in panko.
By ingredients, do you mean those like packages of ramen?
No,
It's just you put like 20 packages of ramen in
No.
a giant
So,
pot.
let me
Yeah.
break this down for you. You can go into a grocery store and you can buy food, but
Uh-huh.
it's not food that you can just eat. You have to take it and then combine it with the other food
No,
and
I
then cook
don't
it.
know how to cook the things. I can't do that.
I have a video series you can watch if you want to learn how to cook. I'm just throwing that out there.
But Dad, why don't you teach me how to cook normally? Why do I have
Okay,
to watch
one-
videos on YouTube, Dad?
One, because I already made these videos, and two, I told you never to call me that.
no, you told Zomptosis never to call you Papa.
And Daddy, and a whole bunch of other things. Please stop.
Listen, we're
Oh
gonna
my God.
find a word that I can use, alright?
I just want, for everyone listening, you might think, oh, well, that's probably easy though, right? Noodles take like 5-10 minutes. You throw the other garbage just on top, and then you're basically making fried pork cutlet. Like, how hard is that? Well, you're right. All of that part is really easy. But I do want to just say, it takes a minimum of 5.5 hours. Actually, it's supposed to be 6, but I didn't have time for that.
What?
A minimum of 5.5 hours to make the broth if you want to make it good.
Oh, okay, because you're making the broth from scratch.
Right, so you
Yeah,
have to...
you gotta
if
soak
you
the
know what
things.
kombu is, it's basically just dried out seaweed. You have to put kombu in, cook it in the water, then use that water, cook dried mushrooms in the water for a while, Get all that shit out. Then you roast pork bones in the oven for like an hour, and then you put them in the broth, and you cook them in the broth with bacon, and then you took the bacon out after 45 minutes, and then you cook the pork bones in for like another 4 hours minimum, and then you take the pork bones out, and then you cook carrots, onions, like veggie stuff for another 45 minutes, and then you're allowed to be done with the broth.
Or counterpoint, I could have a nice, hot, delicious cup of noodles in 1.5 minutes.
Yeah, but it's not as good. Mine is really good.
But it takes 1.5 minutes instead of
sometimes I get a craving for just like plain ass like 10-cent packet of ramen.
Yeah, no, me too. But
Just
sometimes
like-
I want like really good ramen, and so I spend 6 hours all day.
Well, that's when I throw a fried egg in there and some hot sauce. Because I'm
Fair.
a monster.
It's basically the same thing, right?
So that was fun. But other than that, I basically have just been spending my entire week dreading birthday things and doing birthday things.
Mm-hmm. Well, welcome to being old.
Uh-huh.
Glad I'm not here alone anymore.
Happy birthday. Mike, what do you want for Christmas?
The Mario.
Okay.
Well, wait.
Here's Mario.
We'll circle-
He's
keep
right
that-
here.
Hold that thought, because we'll circle back to that.
Wait. Can I change my mind? The Wario.
Uh-huh.
Oh.
Now, that's going to be a problem because Wario is illegal in several countries.
Okay, I got some Amiibo cards that I purchased from the internet, and I have a Wario
Uh-huh.
card here.
Oh,
So-
I don't want a
Can
card.
you
I
put
want
it through the
Wario.
microphone and give it to him real quick?
I don't think that's how it works. I put it in my CD drive on my computer, and then I think
want
he
him-
gets it.
In person.
I mean, you say it doesn't work like that, but when I say words, the words go through the microphone and reach him.
Miko, do you know any fat gay people who eat a ton of garlic and fart a lot who I could dress up like the Wario?
I know some furries that you might be interested in.
Okay, we'll talk.
Now, are they
We'll
going to
talk.
be
I got-
normal Wario or like furry Wario?
They're gonna,
No.
so they might be more normal Wario, but they have personas, so you got to keep that in mind.
I just need them to cosplay as Wario.
All right, well, we'll talk after the podcast.
We'll talk.
What
We'll
is
talk about
Wario's persona, by the way?
No, we're not doing this right now. Who else had a week?
Oh boy.
Uh,
Weeks are good. I had bad week. Long, bad, no fun week. Did you guys know that moving is not good or fun?
I did
And
know
I
it's
did
that.
know that. Yeah.
and I don't like it. And I have literally not had a day to myself since last Saturday.
One time I had to do that in the dead of winter in Massachusetts, and it was really shitty.
Yeah, I'm looking at moving out in the spring, and I'm like already dreading it because I know how much fucking work it's gonna be.
Like today, I spent 2.5 hours doing all of the laundry. And when I say all the laundry, I mean like almost everything that needs to go in the laundry needed to get done from the move. So we had to go to a laundromat because none of the stuff is set up. And that was fun. I'm gonna die. I'm actually gonna die.
I feel that.
Like from like having too many clean clothes.
No, from moving too much shit. I don't want to move things. I don't want to see boxes for a while. I don't think. You know what I mean?
This reminds me of when Pins said he would never do his moving job again.
Like, I still need to get shelves for my room because I gotta put all my dumbass robots I wasted all my money on places.
Mm-hmm.
hey, these yours are finished.
So are you moving in or are you still moving out? That's my question.
We moving in. We
Okay,
in
yeah, so
here.
you've moved out.
No, we did
You
it
out.
all in one day like a jackass.
Right.
That was
Okay,
bad.
that was a good move.
No, it wasn't. It was.
It's a wise
It was
choice.
bad.
Yeah.
No, it seems like a bad choice. Especially because I saw you the next day in person, and you looked fucking white.
Oh yeah, no, that was bad. I was literally like falling asleep, kind of.
Yeah.
That's why when you were like, "What do you want to do?" I was like, "I don't fuck it. What the fuck?"
Yeah. So, I guess that's... You have anything else to talk about for your week? Because that's probably a good segue into my week.
I mean, we can both talk about the last part.
Yeah,
of
you
my
have a
week.
related week.
Yeah.
Yeah. So,
A dual week?
yeah, I've got 2 weeks because I wasn't here last time.
Yeah, we don't care about
Yes.
that first week. You can just
Well,
drop that.
I went to a wedding. That's why I wasn't on the last episode. It's I drove down to Phillipsburg and I stayed in the only hotel in Phillipsburg,
Right, you got
which is
married.
not good. And then my friend
Congratulations, you
got
married Bowser.
Yeah, and then I married Bowser, and now we're married, and he busts a nut in me regularly.
I gotta be honest though, don't you kind of feel a little bit bad being Bowser's rebound? Like,
No, not at all.
I mean, have you seen the girth on Bowser? Like, damn.
Him big. That's what they tell me. Anyway, so that was last week. That was last week. We can move on to this week, which is I went to
Bowser's nut.
So I went to Gaymer X East, which is in New York City.
Hey, that's funny you say that, because I also went to that thing.
Yeah, and it's funny we're talking about marrying Bowser because I could have sworn out of the corner of my eye I saw a dude with like a leather bondage harness and a Bowser fursuit head walk by, but like I never saw him again, and it was only out of the corner of my eye. So like if you were that guy, hit me up. We're married now. So yeah, I had a good time. Actually, let me open up Microsoft Word because I wrote an info dump as soon as I got home.
just really quickly, in case people don't know what it is, what is Gaymer X East?
It's
like
Gaymer X in California, but New York City.
That's not helpful for a lot of people.
Shut up. So there is a game company, a game development company called Miiverse. Shut up. Just let me talk. Holy shit. Okay. So Gaymer X is put on by Miiverse, which is a game development company that hires a lot of very gay people, which is awesome. And they realized there was no good space for gay gamers and queer gamers to come together. So they have put together Gaymer X, which is in California, and Gaymer X East, which is like a lighter version of that in New York City.
Yes, thank you, Mike, for explaining the fucking...
Yes.
Yeah. Well, I mean, the way you've been saying it is just like how you say gamer, so I wanted to...
Because that's how you say words out loud with your mouth.
I know, but like, you gotta accentuate.
Yeah, so it's a queer-focused gaming convention, basically. Kind of similar to PAX, but on a much, much smaller scale.
But it's supposedly really good from all the feedback I saw on Twitter.
Yeah, I had a great time.
People seemed like they really wanted it to come back next year.
Yeah. So, yeah. So let me give you real quick, just like kind of a rundown of what I did there, which was go see a lot of panels, drink a lot of free coffee. So this took place in the Microsoft Technology Center, which is just like an office building in New York City in Times Square. So
true.
we're just like in an office building, like fucking around, which was a little crazy.
Getting drunk in an office building is my favorite.
Well, I didn't get drunk.
They have a coffee and tea machine there, and it's really weird and confusing, and it's got like a touch screen thing. I don't like it. I don't like things like that. Gotta put like bags in there that are plastic, and I don't know. It's confusing.
Okay, so basically, on the first day I overslept, so I missed the first round of panels. So the first panel I saw was about non-binary representation in games, and it was really fucking hilarious. It was amazing.
Do you remember any of the panelists?
Not so. I think the schedule's still up. If you just go to GaymerX.com.
Nice.
Yeah, I feel like Alex went to the better day, because I went to the second day, and there were not that many people there, and there was a lot more. Well, it was small, just kind of in general, but like there were more people on day one, definitely. The first panel was about non-binary representation. So I tweeted out a photo of like the opening slide where it's like me and then the great chasm of non-binary representation, and then Undertale is down here somewhere at the bottom of the gap. And so also we were talking about leather a lot in this.
Oh yes.
Lots of talking about leather. So an example we were given was think about a guy on a motorcycle, think about a girl on a motorcycle, and then think about a non-binary person on a motorcycle. And we just kept saying leather over and over again because we're the fucking worst.
You say leather, but when I think motorcycle, my first thought is jean jacket.
You mean jacket? No, I can't say jacket because that's already the word. Fuck. Okay, well, that's fine. So we also talked about what is the most gamer pizza, And then we're like, well, this
Oh.
Papa John's thing blew wide open, so it can't be Papa John's. Definitely not. And then I think we landed on stuffed crust being...
I mean, even if
Pizza
Papa
Hut
John's,
stuffed crust.
like, wasn't fucking terrible, like, it would still be, like, terrible pizza, so...
Yeah, no, for real. But we were talking about Gaymer pizza. Gamers don't care.
I can get behind stuffed crust, but I really think it's just a $5 from Little Caesars.
Well, obviously
That's
you're
a
all
gamer
wrong,
pizza.
because the most gamer pizza is obviously the one that has, like, Dorito crust.
No, it's Totino's pizza rolls.
Oh, yeah, you're right. Oh, my
Yeah.
God.
Yeah.
How did I not think of that? Or Bagel Bites, either. Oh, my gosh.
Bagel.
Holy
The
shit.
crowd was
Now that's
very
some-
anti-bagel bites. Holy shit, you don't...
Dude, what the fuck is wrong
If
with
you like bagel
Alright.
bites, you did not want to be in that room. It was very uncomfortable. Anyway, so the second panel I went to was supposed to be about like Scrum and Agile, which I do at work. And so the presenter got stuck at the airport and it got canceled. So I ended up just bitching about work for 30 minutes with some people.
Nice.
So that was actually pretty cool. We made our own fun. You know what I mean? And then
You made your own cum.
yeah, so after they came in and said, hey, this person is stuck at Newark Airport, they're not going to make it in time, this might get rescheduled, we don't know. I don't think it ever got rescheduled. Then
You said, I'll do the panel. And you stood up.
Yeah, so I went over to panel room A, which is where the stream was happening. If any of you caught the stream, I
Nope.
kind of caught the second half of how to get your panel accepted at a convention, and that was pretty good. It was like just kind of like how do you write the description in a way that's like very concise but like also very catchy and stuff like that.
Right.
That was good. And then I stuck around in that room for the panel called F You Pay Me, which was about how to get fair compensation if you're a freelancer, and that was really
Oh,
cool.
That's very interesting. That's a
Yeah,
hot
that was-
topic on Twitter.
That was a
right
really good topic. That one was also streamed, so I hope some people caught that. And then I went to the working at an indie studio versus a big studio talk, which was kind of like not many people showed up to that one. I don't really know why.
now. Maybe not many devs.
I did not go to the Pharoah Atem trading card game demonstration that was
Excuse
on
me?
the schedule. Yeah, you heard me.
You can go ahead and say that word again.
Pharoah Atem, it's the adult furry card trading game.
Oh.
I really want you to know that if I was there, I would have made you go to that.
Well, I'm glad you weren't there on day one then.
It sounds like
Because,
I've
holy
activated your
shit.
trap card.
We'll get to Yu-Gi-Oh! In a bit.
It's actually a gift card.
So day one closed out with
Continuous spell effect.
Xandra Van Chesten ran a panel about game, like mental health and game mechanics. And
Oh, okay.
so what really stuck out about that for me was that there was like this analogy where like being hollow in Dark Souls is kind of like depression, where nobody can come in and fuck up your shit, but you can't call for help. And it's like, holy shit, that's actually like really on the nose. What the fuck?
True.
Yeah, so that was a lot of fun. And that was the end of day one. Day two is when my good buddy Maggie here showed up, and then we went and we saw 404ing it. We saw a panel about tabletop games where this lady was just kind of talking about her specific D&D game by herself. It was not
Rough.
great.
Wait, I'm sorry. You have to remind me, what is 404ing it?
So 404ing it is Pat Bear grabs a whole bunch of people that you may or may not know, and we'll get to 404ing it in a bit.
Oh, okay.
But like usually he has like Jeff Gersman and like Dave Lang.
Right. So
And they
I know
just
of
talk
it,
about
but-
videos from the internet.
Yeah, but Dave
Oh,
Lang's
right,
dead.
okay.
Like, you can't talk to Dave Lang.
Well, he's not dead. He's just started a podcast with Jeff Gersman. So
I was gonna say I remember the time that they talked about Jeff Gersman was talking about shopping haul videos on
Yeah.
404ing it. Yeah.
I thought you were just talking about like just like shopping
Mhm.
knives.
So you can actually go and I think every 404ing it that Pat Bear has ever done is up on his YouTube, including the one that we saw a couple of days ago. That's up now. You can go watch that. So 404ing it. So we had Xandra Van Chesten, Abby Russell from Giant Bomb,
Dude,
Danielle Riendo from Waypoint.
Dog bottom.
Fucking fantastic. Holy shit. It was so good. So, Danielle Riendo brought in a bunch of commercials from the 50s that were really weird and about food.
Nice.
Abby Russell brought in horse-related videos, including one that was very,
One
very...
of them wasn't very horse-related, I'm pretty sure.
Well, one was very tangentially horse-related. Because it was just Temple Grandin talking about her cowboy shirts. So
What?
yeah, well, you can go watch it. It's up. And I forget what Xander brought, but I remember the mattress video definitely.
Yeah, man, you gotta get the cool mattress, man.
Yeah, you got to get the ghost bed where they spend, like, no joke, 7 minutes showing you how this ghost bed is made with, like, fucking epic orchestral music on top of it. And then it syncs up when they fold the mattress over to put it in the box, because it's, like, one of those mail order mattresses.
Yep.
And then they real quick at the end be like, oh, we have all this shit to tell you about on this mattress. We better just flash all this text really quick.
Yeah, the last, 10 seconds is just, all the actual information about the bed, said really quick.
Yep. So that was fun. So that was Gaymer X East. I after 404ing it, you looked particularly tired, Subtosis, and I was definitely tired. So we kind of just dipped.
Yeah, we also got Chinese food, and they gave me a lot more than I thought we were gonna get.
Oh yeah. No, we made the mistake of ordering I ordered lo mein, and you ordered fried rice. Chef U. That's the name of the place.
Yes.
I don't know what to tell you.
Yeah, that was Chef U. Yeah, that was it.
It was a few blocks from the Microsoft Technology Center.
I believe you. I just
What? Alright, so my experience with Gaymer X was it wasn't a bad time, but I'm not a convention person, I guess.
I feel bad that I dragged you out to Manhattan and we saw 2 panels and just fucking laughed.
Yeah, that is
I
fine.
feel horrible about that, but you looked rough, and the second half of day 2 there was nothing I was interested in.
I was fine
sorry.
with when I left. I was like, yeah, no, I'm good, man.
All right,
sometimes 2 panels is just the right amount.
404ing it made up for it. I think 404ing it was really good.
I did think Gaymer X was gonna be more walking around like Comic-Con or some shit.
So I think if we had gone to Gaymer X in California, they are actually at that scale where you would be walking around a lot.
Yeah.
This was we were floors 5 and 6 in the Microsoft Technology Center, which is just an office building.
Yeah, it was just 2 floors of an office building, and it was mostly just panels.
Yeah.
Yeah. That sounds about what happens when I do an anime fest. Minus the
Yeah,
panel.
I mean, I had a good time. I would love to go back next year if I can find the time. So
I almost broke something, I'm pretty sure. I think I almost broke the fucking coffee machine.
yeah, probably.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say a piece of your body.
No, that I definitely broke before I showed up, and I just got more broken.
Nice.
So yeah, and then I was watching a lot of Yu-Gi-Oh! And I see somebody else has this on the document, so I'm gonna kick it over to Mark.
Oh, fucking boy. Hold on.
You guys and your Yu-Gi-Oh.
Look, man, if given the opportunity, and my opportunity, I mean just have it on the background, I watch it. So yeah.
I've been watching so much Yu-Gi-Oh! Oh my god.
So yeah, Twitch, remember we mentioned this a couple weeks ago that Twitch was doing a Yu-Gi-Oh! Marathon, but it got delayed for about a week because of the TwitchCon. But they started,
Right.
So it started, and they aired every single Yu-Gi-Oh! Episode from the first series, Duel Monsters. Sadly, no Season 0 shit, but what do you expect?
Yeah, well, I mean, Season 0 is technically a separate series.
I mean, it's also a different company also produced it.
Yeah, so once we got going and I realized it was just 4 kids, then yeah, I knew Season 0 wasn't in the cards.
Yeah, it was
Hey, that's a joke.
Victory is mine. But yeah, they so the way they did it this time is that usually before they would air every episode back to back to back, just one straight week. So with this, what they did is that they aired 16 episode chunks every day for the span of 2 weeks, which ironically led up to all the episodes being aired, with the last bit being just the Yu-Gi and Pegasus duel rerun again. So it worked.
Wait,
Because the
isn't?
go ahead.
Oh, this is the first season.
This is the first.
So this doesn't count.
This is the first series.
Stuff that happens after Pegasus.
No, they do. It's,
No, they
Okay.
did the whole series.
Wait,
Up
what
to-
do you mean
up
Yugi
to-
and Pegasus?
so
at the end?
after the last episode aired, they reran the Pegasus duel again.
Oh, okay,
Yeah,
gotcha.
that's kind of like a last hurrah. Which
Because I was like, nah,
no, because
that's not
they
how
aired,
it
no,
ends.
they aired every episode, all 200. I think it's 48 episodes.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's a lot of fucking Yu-Gi-Oh. But
And what they were doing was they were airing it in chunks, and then restarting that chunk and running it like twice.
It's like it was like after 8 hours and it started back again.
What episode does the Toontown thing happen in?
Toon World?
That's the Pegasus
First
School.
of all, it's called Toon World,
and
it's towards the end of season 1.
around when he was Kaiba, so yeah, near the end of season 1.
All I remember of Yu-Gi-Oh is the Toontown. I'm gonna call it Toontown because that's what it is.
That's a different podcast with friends that I know.
Toontown is a video
different.
game that's an MMO.
Mm-hmm.
No, you can't play that anymore.
Toontown is where Roger Rabbit lives, alright?
That is also true.
It's Toon World, Yugi boy.
I remember that and the graveyard thing where they made a weird abomination at some point with some...
I don't remember that at all.
They like fused a mammoth with a dragon and made a thing.
Oh, that's the his name was Panic, right? The Dune of Darkness?
I don't fucking know.
Just say yes and then we'll go with it.
Okay.
Anyway. So yeah, aside knowing the fact that Kaiba is the best anime character of all time, what they also did is that they also crammed in ads every the way they were doing it like a TV, like actually like if it was on TV, so ad breaks every 10 minutes. Oh boy.
So because I use Streamlink, I actually wasn't seeing the ads. I was just seeing the Twitch Presents would be right back thing.
So after that, it just cut to Twitch Presents. We'll be right back. And also, I've actually at some point I also switched to Streamlink because after seeing the same Xbox ad that plays Kanye West's Power, I'm no, I am done with this shit.
Wait, no, hold on. When they cut to commercials, did a voice the guy who voice acted Yu-Gi-Oh be like, "Yu-Gi-Oh will be right back, folks."
No.
Yeah, and then when they come back, he goes, "Yu-Gi-Oh has
last time on Yu-Gi-Oh."
No. When it goes
last
away,
time
it's
on
young
Yu-Gi-Oh is
Yugi.
part of the episode that just happened.
Yeah.
And then when it comes back, it's Yami Yugi, and he goes, "We're back with more Yu-Gi-Oh." Wait,
okay,
that's
can you please use his real name, which is Pharoah Atem?
And every few times they do it, Joey's just there, and he's just like, "Hey, how you doing?"
Hey, it's a commercial. I'm gonna buy Serenity a new eyeballs. Please watch this commercial.
Fucking Joey Wheeler.
Oh.
Fuck that fucking idiot moron. Goddamn.
You could
piece
buy
of shit.
a real life Yu-Gi-Oh wrist thingy that has the cards on it.
Dude, I used to run one of those. I wanted one.
Oh,
Yo, you could throw cards at people and be a cool card master.
So there is an
like
image
this.
on my hard drive of a child wearing the
dual disc
Yugi outfit.
Oh.
The dual disc. The hair, he's got the hair. It's like a fucking Halloween costume situation, and there is text over the middle of the image that says, "I don't believe in God." It's maybe the perfect image.
I only believe in Exodia.
I want you to post it on Twitter because I want to see this.
Oh, let me see if I can find it after we're done here.
Oh boy. But yeah,
Just remind me.
just a lot of fucking Yu-Gi-Oh the last couple weeks, and now I kind of miss it.
Yeah, right? Because I was putting it on in the hotel room for the wedding, in fucking the hotel room in New York City.
That's the look of the draw, Yugi boy.
No,
Follow the heart of the cards.
so because of this marathon, I actually went back and I actually watched the new movie that came out last year. Something of Dark Side. I don't remember the full name. Something of Dark Dimension.
Can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
Was the new movie that came out, did it just have Yugi and Kaiba and everyone?
Yeah.
So then what is the point of making a new series if you're just gonna make the movies all?
No. It's just the movie takes place after the manga, about 6 months afterwards, and Kaiba. The whole movie is Kaiba wants to duel the Pharaoh one more time. So he goes out of his way. Do we care about spoilers about this movie? Because it came out last year.
Probably not.
Okay, good. So
I don't know about you, but I'm really into the mythos of the Yu-Gi-Oh.
Okay, good. This is perfect for me. So the beginning of the movie, it shows a picture, it zooms out to space, where you just see this giant spaceship that just says Kaiba Corp on it. It's just a KC.
It zooms out to space where you see Blue Eyes White Dragon.
I wish. No, it's just...
And Kaiba's riding
It's just a Kaiba Corp logo. It's a space station.
And then a giant space laser comes down and destroys Egypt.
That's later. What
do you mean that's later?
I'll get to that. So the whole point, half the movie is just Kaiba trying to duel the Pharaoh any way possible. So he goes out of the way to try to find the pieces of the Millennium Puzzle again, which at the end of the series broke down. It broke. It went to a hole.
Wait, so they beat the big bad guy, and this movie is about them being like, you know what, fuck it, let's do that again.
No. This movie is about Kaiba going, Okay, so yeah,
I don't
you
know
beat,
who
the, you
that
beat the
is.
big bad guy. There's no more threats. Kaiba's not a bad guy. He's like the rival guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's like, he's not evil, but he's like full of himself. You know what I
Right.
mean?
So he's like, okay, we beat the big bad guy, but I want to I'm not done yet. I gotta beat Yugi again.
Technically, he just wants to do Atem, but yeah.
Well, whatever. They're the same fucking person.
I don't think he gives a shit about Yugi. He gives a shit about the Pharaoh more. So he
I'm never ever gonna call him by Atem. I'm just gonna call him Yami Yugi.
what
Just eat shit.
whatever. I don't. But anyway, so half the movie is him trying to figure out how to fight the Pharaoh, and the other half is like some weird shit about cubes.
Uh-huh.
Really
I love
selling
cubes.
this movie right now.
It's a good movie. I recommend watching it. But anyway, so some otherworldly bullshit happens. So Bakura's not a bad guy anymore. But sitting with the Millennium Ring, so Kaiba builds his new dual desk that somehow makes the monsters even more real. So he demonstrates this by having So they have a couple of jets flying over to his new stadium. One of them happens to just start malfunctioning. So he summons the Blue Eyes to destroy it. It's like, hey, look at this dual desk. It just blew up a plane.
And killed the pilot.
Probably.
Fuck his family.
Because this is Maka Yu-Gi-Oh! Anything is
Isn't
possible.
making the cards like real kind of bad because some of them kind of fuck reality up a little bit. I'm pretty sure.
It's
Kaiba
fine.
gives no shit so long as you pay him.
Mm-hmm.
I'm pretty sure one of them literally makes time like go in reverse and forward and shit.
Yeah, it's fine.
Yeah,
Just
it's
give me
okay.
a trillion
I mean-
Kuribohs. It's cool.
So after all the cube shit happens, Kaiba, having never realized the Pharaoh's not going to come back, he decides to do the next best thing. He hops back into his giant space station in the sky, which, by the way, is connected to the Earth via a giant elevator. So he says goodbye to Mokuba, and is his name? Yeah, whatever. His brother. It's like, here, you're the new,
Yep.
you're the new chairman. Have fun.
Wait, the Pharaoh went to his space station?
No.
No.
The Pharaoh is
Kaiba is another guy. Kaiba wants to duel the Pharaoh. Kaiba can't figure it out, so instead he goes to his space station.
What do
Anyway.
you mean this guy's so rich he has a space station?
Yes.
Yeah.
He's more rich than that. He's rich enough that his space station is well within his means.
Mhm.
Imagine, if you will, if Bill Gates cared a lot about Duel Monsters.
I will post an image of the space station after we're done with the podcast because it's amazing.
Anyway, he goes up to space.
So-
we gotta get through this.
Okay, I'm almost done. So, this is the end of the movie. So, he realizes he can't duel him in the present time, so he says, fuck it. With the giant space elevator, he gets on it from the very top. It starts rocketing toward the ground with enough speed and force that he happens to go to the afterlife. And he happens to meet
What?
the Pharaoh there.
So he dies. So he kills himself.
he either goes back
What?
in time or he goes to the afterlife. It's never
No, he does not go back in time. He definitely kills himself.
Well, either way, he's in that time with the Pharaoh again. He actually he meets the Pharaoh again at the old Pharaoh outfit. With his duel, that's like, let's duel. And that just kind of ends there.
And the Pharaoh says no.
He just kind of gets up. I wish. He just gets
The Pharaoh says,
Oh, man.
okay, and then he takes out his deck of Pokemon cards.
Look, man, that movie is amazing. I recommend you at least watch it, give it a shot, because Kaiba is the best part of the whole movie.
The Pharaoh says, okay, let's duel. And then he turns on his computer and opens Hearthstone. And he says, I play Milrogue. What do you play?
I don't know enough about Hearthstone to understand this joke.
Yeah.
That's fine.
But anyway, it's a good movie. I recommend watching it. Kaiba is the best anime character. Fuck Goku.
Yeah. So what I got out of this whole Yu-Gi-Oh stream is that Yu-Gi-Oh is not a very good show, actually, when you think about it.
But Bakura's accent, though.
I mean, Yu-Gi-Oh! Is owned by Konami and nothing they do is really good anymore, so...
Yeah, but this was also like 1998.
Don't fucking use logic with me, motherfucker.
Also, the new movie came
Can't
out
stop
last
me.
year and is really good. Which is... so, fuck you.
Well, so,
Was there any actual dueling in that movie, though? Because you
Yes, there were 3 different duels that were happening.
I
So,
really wish there was none. I wish it was a Yu-Gi-Oh! Movie
they
where
were...
they never
honestly,
did
they were
anything.
kind of short duels, but for the most part, it is like weird Egyptian bullshit happening for the most part.
Mhm.
Like, the reason the cubes happened because some weird Egyptian bullshit, so if you like that, you'd be fine.
Yeah, I love those Egyptian cubes.
So, on the topic of corporations that can buy practically anything they want, let's move into news.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, so what's the snooze,
Hey, hey guys, do you like video games? Well,
Just let me read the article, please.
alright, you could do it.
So, Titanfall developer Respawn has been purchased by EA. And
Who's Respawn, Miko?
they developed Titanfall,
I mean,
which I
he
said
just
already.
said it.
And Titanfall 2.
Yes, the sequel to Titanfall. The sequel
Didn't
to
they do something
Titanfall.
else before Titanfall?
2.
I feel like they did. I just can't remember what it was.
So
I don't know.
Respawn was made of people who were part of Infinity Ward, so they were Call of Duty people.
Yes.
Oh, right, it was Infinity Ward
okay.
guys, right?
Yeah,
That's
they
what it was.
did
Thank
do
you.
Call
Okay.
of Duty stuff. And
Well,
'cause-
so every time EA has purchased a developer in the past couple of years, they have destroyed them within 6 months. So we're never getting another Titanfall. So just
No,
I hope
EA.
you all really like Titanfall 2.
What are you talking
It
about?
was really
man?
good.
EA has never shut down a company after making the developer do bad things, and then the game sells bad.
Yeah, totally.
That
never happened
That
before.
never
totally.
has happened about 8 times so far.
Well, wait,
Yeah,
didn't,
so
there's something relevant here with them buying Respawn, though, is didn't they literally shut down... What
They just
branch
shut
did they
down Visceral.
They
Yeah.
literally shut down Visceral, and then immediately afterwards
Bought
bought
this.
Respawn.
Mm-hmm.
yes.
So, great sign for Respawn there.
Hey, you also know, you want to know something else that Respawn was working on?
Star Wars.
An untitled Star Wars game.
True.
Surprise!
Weird that.
Hey,
Yeah, weird.
You know what's actually weird about this, though? I bet you may not have considered this. What are the two biggest FPSs that are constantly at odds with each other? Or at least for a long time they were.
Overwatch and Team Fortress 2.
False. Battlefield and Call of Duty.
Never.
And now EA owns the people who made the Call of Duties that were originally...
Oh, so you think they're gonna put them on Battlefield?
I don't know. I don't know what they'll put them on. They'll probably put them on Titanfall 3. But my point is, how weird is it that EA owns the Call of Duty people now?
like I said
mean,
a while ago, EA's gonna make them make a Star Wars slot machine game and then shut them down when it doesn't do well.
I love Star Wars slut machines.
Yeah.
Excuse me?
You gotta
Huh?
go to Kashyyyk and get furry, if you know what I mean. Wink, wink.
Yeah, C-3PO sex. What?
I mean, that's not a Wookiee.
Oh.
Anyway, speaking of bad things happening, I got,
Speaking of exploitative people.
that's probably better, but it's still very vague.
Oh, it's closer.
So there was that whole Kevin Spacey thing, or no? I guess
No,
I
it
guess the Harvey
started with-
Weinstein thing
Right,
would have been the
Weinstein.
start, where so there has just been a flood of fucking sexual harassment allegations out of Hollywood in the past 2 weeks. Holy
I'm trying to
fucking
remember
shit.
what all of them even are. There's actually too many.
Yeah, there's too
Uh,
many. Harvey Weinstein, Kevin Spacey. I saw Steven Seagal, Louis C.K.
Yeah, Louis C.K.
Fucking.
Most
oh my
recent
God, there's
one
so
I
many
saw
people.
was George Takei, which
George Takei.
George Takei.
is a bit depressing, really.
Yeah, I know.
That's actually the one I'm most depressed about, even though I don't really give a shit about Star Trek.
Richard Dreyfuss.
hmm
The list goes on, basically. And we're probably going to get more in the next couple of weeks as well. So
Yeah, basically, people are actually feeling empowered to come out now that everyone is doing it, and they're all doing it at the same time, which, I mean, good.
Yeah, I mean, that's kind of the first step to, like, recovering the whole shit show that is, like, using your standing to get sex in Hollywood. So,
Right.
hopefully it makes a meaningful, lasting difference.
And also,
I hope so.
we also kind of found out that Republicans are terrible. All of them are just terrible. They're
Well, we
all
found out
terrible.
Define found out, because I've known that
Yeah.
since 2001.
Well,
In light of this, the GOP was like, well, you know what? If Hollywood's going to have their own sexual harassment allegations, we need to get some more on our checklist, too, because the President of the United States isn't enough. So,
yeah.
So on top of that, Republican Senate candidate Roy Moore, who I'm sure everyone knows and loves, they don't. He's taking Jeff Sessions' seat, I guess, is the understanding.
Well, he's running for Jeff Sessions' seat.
Yeah, he is. The plan is for him to take Jeff Sessions'
I think he dropped out.
I don't think he did yet.
Maybe.
And the reason is because a lot of the GOP is supporting him, despite the allegations
Yeah.
that he fooled around with a 14, 16, and 19-year-old, if I remember
Did
correctly.
you hear his excuse? 'Cause
When he
it
was
was
30.
the best excuse.
This guy is also like a preacher, so good
His
combination
excuse was Mary was like technically underage when God impregnated
there. I don't know if that
her.
was his excuse, but it was definitely
that was
everyone
him.
else's excuse.
That was
No,
all
he
I'm
did
saying
say that. Yeah, so you know that like the whole virgin birth thing, you can't make that argument.
Also,
Doesn't
she didn't
work.
have sex. That's
Like,
the thing about the virgin
whole
birth.
Yeah.
point. Yeah, that's literally the entire fucking point of your religion, you fucking idiot, and you can't even get that right.
Also, more importantly, don't fool around with 14-year-olds when you're 30-something.
Yeah.
Because they don't have the capacity to make that decision for themselves.
I will say, it's been a hot minute since I've heard a Republican say, because God and the Bible, as an excuse for something.
Yeah.
So, they're bringing it back.
So he openly admitted that this happened, basically.
Oh, he
and,
didn't admit it, he just didn't deny it. Pretty much.
He literally, you can look it up, he literally said that he kissed and fooled around with the 14-year-old, but he didn't, there was no... Anyway, he basically denied some claims, but totally admitted to others, and the general consensus among the GOP and the voter base is, this is okay.
My favorite thing was watching Alex Jones try to defend him, and he had some guy on there that looked like the most awkward, uncomfortable man in the fucking world.
Yep.
Yeah, which, I mean, big surprise, right? Trump is president, so he's probably just as bad, if not worse, than Roy Moore in that regard.
Yeah, so, I felt like this was important to mention, even though it was a bummer, so sorry, gang.
Yeah. There is a less bummer political news, though, up next really quickly.
Kick it.
Which is that, hey, actual politics happened, and not dumb ones like we were just talking about. Which are, well, I mean, whatever, they're not dumb, but you know what I mean. Which are that statewide elections were held in New Jersey and Virginia. I live in New Jersey.
I also live in New Jersey.
And I voted. Did you vote?
I did.
Well, we did.
I had to vote at like 6:30 in the fucking morning so that I could go to work and then school, but I voted.
Oh yeah, I voted at like 2 in the afternoon because I'm unemployed.
I live in
Fuck you.
I live in fake New Jersey. Does that count?
No, because that's New York and it's different.
Yeah, it's not the same place.
Also, Long Island is mostly conservative, so yeah.
So yeah, we got our not Chris Christie governor, which is great, even though he is a ex Goldman Sachs, correct? Exact?
Yeah.
Yeah, but what is Chris Christie gonna do now that he's not a governor? Now he can't close bridges when he's
Now
mad.
he's gonna fade into fucking obscurity like he deserves. So I do want to say that I am 30 years old. I was born in 1987. I don't think we've had a good governor in my entire lifetime in this state ever.
Wait, was John Corzine our governor at one point?
Yes, but he was bad.
He was not good, but he was a lot better than Christie.
So Corzine actually like fucked up the budget in a very big way.
He did.
Yeah, so a lot of the problems that Christie's trying to solve but doing them wrong, Corzine caused.
That's true.
So I think actually the only governor we might have had that might have been close to okay was Richard Cody, who was acting after McGreevey got outed and stepped down.
Yeah, so
he probably did the best job, but he wasn't elected and he was only in office for like a year.
I think Miko's point here is that this is not our ideal choice.
Yeah, basically, New Jersey's bankrupt as fuck and nothing can save us, so don't move here. Don't move here if you can help it. Please leave.
It was between this and literally female Chris Christie, so we decided to go with this. And
yeah, because I think Chris Christie's approval rating is quite bad, so the fact that Kim Godongo thought she would ever win is, like, insane to me.
Hey, you know what's one thing that might actually give us some money back in the state is getting legal weed, which might happen now that we have...
Yeah, so my understanding of New Jersey's budget problem is that nothing can ever fix it, but that would be a big start.
I mean, it's a lot of money coming in, theoretically, once they tax that. But anyway,
yeah.
So that happened. In Hoboken here, which is where I live, we got a really cool mayor, Ravi Bala. He's a sick guy. Not sick like ill, sick like the...
He's sick nasty.
The middle continent...
But S-I-K-H.
What would you call it? It's not Indian, right? It's,
You know, I don't know enough about it, and I don't want to... Yeah, I don't want to just run my mouth without knowing, so...
But he's a nice guy. I've met him in person before, and he was a lot better than Rob DeFusco, who's a piece of... Whatever, that guy's a piece of shit. Anyway...
Yep.
And corrupt. So I was happy about that. And also in Virginia, it seems like Democrats kind of swept as well.
Can I do that part, please? Thank you.
Yeah.
Sure.
Hey, in Virginia, guess who won? It was a trans lady named Danica Rollum, who is a journalist and also in a metal band, apparently, which is kind of amazing.
I hope they go on tour with Against Me, actually. That would be really good.
What's more amazing is who she beat, and that was Bob Marshall. And Bob Marshall is the man that basically drafted that anti-trans bathroom bill.
Mhm.
And he got beat by a trans lady.
So bodied.
By a lot, too, right? I'm pretty sure it was by a lot.
Yeah, my understanding is it was pretty landslide.
Like, he got fucking crushed.
Like, hey, Bob, listen, Bob, this is just for you. I know you probably don't feel too great right now because you lost, because you're terrible. But I just want you to know from the bottom of my heart, go fuck yourself, you dumb cunt.
Yeah, Bob Marshall, go die.
And that's my take on politics so far.
Yeah, that's a pretty good take.
That's a hot take.
That's not even that hot take. That's like a lukewarm take.
Yeah, that's kind of
honestly.
I could have gone more than that, but
yeah. So yeah, speaking of concessions being made by people.
I don't know what this is because I don't know what that acronym means.
Voice Actors
I
Guild.
do.
Oh, okay, that
do.
thing. All right. I thought that ended a while ago.
Well, apparently it did.
No.
No.
It started a while ago.
It went through a part of negotiations where they finally had begun to agree on stuff.
Mhm.
a while
Well,
ago.
we need to read the article out loud.
Yes.
Yeah.
So, who wants to take this one?
Someone sure does need to do that.
Okay, let me. All right, so the SAG-AFTRA, which is, by the way, the dumbest fucking acronym ever.
Screen Actors Guild something.
Basically, voice actors realized, hey, in an industry that makes an obscene amount of money, we don't get fucking paid very well, or don't get really any rights or anything.
And it would be
yeah.
nice if we did.
So they did a strike,
And for a while, all the video games had bad voice acting and shots fired.
yeah.
Damn.
Hey, did you know?
Some would argue they still do.
Did you know voice actors aren't actually expendable like the industry likes to pretend they are?
Oh, I did know that. I do remember the PlayStation 1.
This wasn't every single. They weren't like boycotting every single studio. It was only a select few studios that they were boycotting.
Mhm.
But yes.
Yes.
But if you want to like get a grip on like the problem with the industry at this point, the publishers don't give a fuck about voice actors really.
They don't give a fuck about anyone that works on their project except for their shareholders.
A good example of that is like when Metal Gear Solid 5 came out and they just replaced David Hayter.
Yeah.
Just unceremoniously replaced him with Kiefer Sutherland, who had 5 lines of dialogue because that was needed.
Thanks Kojima.
Like, that's kind of like the problem is like they're just considered expendable because they're not real actors, air quotes.
Kiefer Sutherland is a real actor. That's the thing.
No, that's what I mean. Like, they replaced David Hayter with a quote-unquote real actor.
Yeah, wait. Can I tell you my conspiracy theory about Metal Gear Solid 5?
It's bad?
Alright.
Yeah, it's bad.
Alright, hear me out.
Uh-huh.
Say it.
Kojima didn't want to make a new Metal Gear Solid game, right?
That's kind of obvious.
So what he did in order to not have to make the whole game, which as we know, he didn't, right? Because it never got really finished. The story doesn't finish where it was supposed to.
Mm-hmm.
So what he did in order to not have to finish the game was he went and found out who is the most expensive voice actor I can hire so that we'll run out of money before the game is complete.
You say
and
that
he hired Kiefer Sutherland so that he wouldn't have to finish the game. That's my conspiracy theory.
You say that, but it's... at one point he hired a musician to compose music for the game, and after in each song they composed like $1 million each. And after about 6 songs, he threw them out, saying, "No, we're fucking gonna use this one." And he's the guy who just likes to spend money on anything. That's not a conspiracy theory. That's just fact.
But I think he did it so that he wouldn't have to finish the game.
I think it's been kind of obvious. Kojima hasn't wanted to do Metal Gear Solid since like the 4th one.
The 4th one was okay though.
No, it wasn't.
Plot-wise, I think.
No.
Dude, the end of it where they're punching on the ship.
Come on, no.
Spoilers.
Dude,
Man,
it
that's some good
wasn't
shit.
really great. Let's be honest.
Well, video games.
It seems like he really got burned out.
So, really quickly, the big takeaway from this is that one of the big problems in the voice acting industry is a lot of the time companies will ask someone to sign on to a project and they won't even tell you what it is. And they'll make you sign an NDA, so you can't talk about anything. So you have no idea what you're signing on to. You can't talk about it to anyone. And they're like, okay, do it. And then, oh, by the way, you still won't know what it is while you read your lines. So they literally won't tell you what you're reading lines for. And you're just like, okay, I guess I'll just read these lines. Like, I don't even... Who's Noctis?
And
Like...
then, and then there's also, like, voice actors. I don't know if you know this, but when they record lines, they sit in a fucking soundproof booth for hours, and they just do the same thing over and over again, and that is bad for your voice. And publishers don't give a fuck that if it hurts your voice.
Well, they have to now, because that was part of the agreement they reached.
So one of the big negotiations that they came through with was, hey, now they are required to tell you at least some things about the game that you're about to work on, like, probably like length, like maybe if it's in a franchise of games, stuff like that, so that maybe you can't break the NDA easily still, but at least you know what you're signing on for. And if it's like a big franchise and, how much you're going to have to do.
It doesn't make sense to make them sign an NDA when you won't tell them anything, because that's the point of an NDA, is so they don't talk about anything.
But double. So they seem to have gotten a lot of their concessions. I mean, they definitely didn't get everything they wanted, but it's a lot better than it was. So that is over now, for now, anyway.
Yeah, so that strike was going for, like, almost a year.
Yeah.
So, yeah, glad it's finally over. Good job.
Yeah, fuck publishers.
On the topic of actors, if you want to watch them on your Switch, there's a great way to do it now.
Yep.
Yeah, and it's
Can you
the
guess what
most
it is?
popular streaming service
do I have to
available.
type in a friend code for Kevin Spacey and then...
Oh, you do
bad
not
things
want to
will
type in
happen?
Kevin Spacey's friend code, my dude.
Okay.
Oh, no.
That's going to end poorly for you.
So,
But, yeah, so I have to type in a friend code for any actor I want to watch, right? That's how that works?
Uh-huh.
anyway. So early this week, we finally have our first, streaming app for the Switch. Not counting the Nico Nico thing that came out Japan only. And it's fucking Hulu.
Why? So, here's the thing about Hulu. I haven't paid attention to Hulu since they took King of the Hill off like 10 years ago. So, it's been a while. It's been a hot minute.
So, as someone who actually has Hulu and has watched it in the last year, at least, I don't remember how long ago, but it was this year, they did improve some things about Hulu. Like, for example, it used to be, if I remember correctly, maybe I'm remembering wrong, but it used to be that there was no way to not watch ads in it. So, like, regardless of the show you watched, even if you had an account, etc., the shows you watched still had ad breaks in them. That is not a thing anymore. It's only certain shows that have that now.
Because I remember I was running ad block on Hulu, and it would actively punish me for doing so and make me just wait and stare as like, hey, we couldn't run this commercial, we don't know why, so we're gonna make you sit here for 5 whole fucking minutes.
Right, so it's only like certain episodes, I think, also of those shows, like more recent ones. But that's basically not a thing anymore, so it's basically just a streaming service now. But that being said, it's still not... I would not still use Netflix over that.
Yeah, going through like the library and stuff just the other day, because I got Hulu with my student account for Spotify.
Ah, right.
Yeah. So going through it, like I just saw like, oh, they have MS3TK, and then like some episodes have only like 1 episode per season. Like what? So it's kind of like they have stuff on there, but they don't have everything for the full season. So apparently, this is a problem.
Yeah, a lot of times they don't have more recent seasons of certain shows, and one thing I'll give them credit for though that you would never expect is Hulu has a lot of fucking anime. Like, way more anime than you ever expect Hulu to have.
Yeah, like
if you want to watch anime.
Well, I was trying to set up my account, like, oh, here's some anime. Like, what the fuck? Oh, hey, One Punch Man. Nice.
Yeah.
So they do have, like, I guess, like, they've been also trying to add a thing where, like, you can get, like, you can watch live TV through Hulu, because, Fox and NBC are part of the programming.
Right.
So... they've been trying...
I wonder if you can watch live TV on your Switch, though. I bet not.
I think so, yeah. If it's an option. Because apparently the Switch interface is like the new version they've been trying to push.
Hey, if you watch basketball on Hulu, does that mean it's a hula hoop?
Fuck
there you go.
Nice meme.
Yeah.
Well, so that concludes episode 12 of Burn Down the Sandcast. I hope you've all had a
that was a lot shorter than I thought it was going to be.
So look at the app. So they do have a no commercial option, but extra money. Have fun with that.
Right. So I I pay that.
You
'Cause
need
it-
extra money.
Because the option I have is
It's 15 instead of 10 if I remember correctly.
the option I have is like limited commercials.
Wait, you have to pay for Hulu, but there's still commercials unless you pay an extra amount?
It's cheaper than Netflix if you don't pay for no commercials, so it's basically the same thing.
Mm-hmm.
Well, when you say don't pay for no commercials, you mean the free Hulu stuff?
No,
there's like a $10 version where it's limited, and then there's one. Yeah,
Why? Is
Okay.
that a thing?
I don't know because maybe you want to watch commercials with your TV. I don't know.
Like it says here, it's $12 a month for no commercials, and then $6 a month for limited commercials.
Like, I am not
it's something
paying
like that.
Hulu money to watch commercials.
So yeah, 12, which is still cheaper than Netflix.
And then if you pay more, you get the live TV option if you want to go for that.
And I don't,
Then-
and I won't.
Yeah, there you go. But anyway, we have our first streaming app for the Switch. God damn, it took almost fucking 9 months, and now we just have to wait for Netflix. Then
It came just in time for me to buy one.
Yeah,
Yeah, so we need
Wait,
we need Netflix and YouTube still.
yeah, we're
did
getting there. We're getting
did the
there.
Switch come out 9 months ago? Really?
It came out in March.
Yeah, it came out in March.
Oh my god. I'm gonna
Hey.
fucking die soon.
Hey, so speaking of useless apps that I have, Twitter
Yeah? Oh man,
has
I love
managed to continue their. I guess it's really a streak now, right? Like
No,
they're
wait.
really keeping it up.
They did it, everyone. They finally did it. They got rid of all the Nazis. Everything's better now.
well,
We fixed
I
it.
wish.
Well,
We
sort
did
of.
it, everyone. We fixed.
Kinda.
Oh wait, they didn't get rid of the Nazis.
No, actually, they did something else again,
Oh.
and this time, because I know people really want to get rid of the Nazis, but they thought before we do that, because they're definitely working on that. They said, "What is one other thing we can do?" And the answer is, now your name on Twitter can be up to 50 characters.
Uh huh. My favorite part of that is
Hey,
I've seen
50
people,
characters.
I've seen people with long names, and it's too long for the display, so it doesn't even show the entire name. Which, what the fuck is the point?
Up to 50 characters for your name.
Yay!
So now you can put "Please ban the Nazis, Jack" in your name along with your actual name.
Or you could have the display name "Eat Flaming Death, Fascist Media Pigs" like I do.
Yeah, that's good too.
Is it really good?
Also, they decided that wasn't good enough, so they also added a really awesome new feature of, instead of telling you numerically how many characters you have left in a tweet, which is a helpful way to know exactly how many characters you have left in a tweet, now it's just a circle that fills up, and you have to guess whether you're
No,
close or not.
so once you get to 10 from the end, it starts giving you a number. At least in TweetDeck, because I don't use regular web Twitter, so I don't know about that. But
Yeah.
in TweetDeck, it does that.
Yeah, I want to emphasize that it's basically a loading circle thing until you get
Yeah.
to about 20 characters left, and then it just turns into a fucking numbers. And it's like, what's the point of that? What is the point?
There is no point. It's bad.
'Cause
So
fuck
yeah,
you.
Twitter's still bad. And speaking of bad social experiences, let me hit you with another one really quick. Another quick news article. Call of Duty World War II came out.
Oh, and they're gonna do a tasteful coverage of World War II, right?
Of course they are. I have heard that the campaign is, and the multiplayer is fine. It's Call of Duty. But here's the funny thing: is that the problem with the multiplayer is that the online is very bad. Apparently, it just doesn't work for all. Like especially at launch, people were having a ton of problems, and it seems like the main issue, or purportedly the main issue, had to do with this new thing they've created called Call of Duty HQ, which is like a social space that literally takes place on what's it called, Normandy beach.
It's called headquarters.
Okay, I know what it's called, but it takes place on Normandy Beach.
Mhm.
So you're a Call of Duty guy walking around Normandy Beach with other people, hanging out in a social space like PlayStation Home.
Like you can play Atari games
man.
in one of those spots.
That's weird.
Remember
Yeah, and you
PlayStation
can do
Home,
dumb
my
shit
dude?
there. And hang out with people. But one other fun thing you can do there in this fun social space is you can watch other people open loot boxes. Because whenever you open a loot box in Call of Duty World War II, it drops down into your social space, and then you open it in front of everyone
It descends from the sky like a gift from Zeus.
Or like
in Normandy.
it's a plane drop, but yeah.
And if that wasn't dumb enough, and it is, there's also challenges, like in many of these games, where it's like, oh, here's a thing you can do to get some experience or loot or whatever. And the way that you do it, one of the challenges is watching other people open loot boxes.
Yeah. Yo,
So,
do you like
you know.
achievements? Well, now you can get an achievement for watching someone open a
Well-
loot box, man.
Watch people buy shit now.
Well, it's not even an achievement. It's just a damn
Wait.
a goal in the
I
game.
have a very important question about Call of Duty World War II, which, by the way,
No, you
I
don't.
still love that we fucked the modern and near future warfare shit so long that World War II is fresh again. Isn't that great? But how many weed things are in the game? Can I make
I don't
my
know.
gun weed, and can I make my avatar weed, and can I just have, like, be the weed soldier of World War II?
I don't know, but I'll look it up for next time. I'll tell you.
If it's like the emblem creation thing, then yes, you will have your weed.
I fucking hope there's just weed everywhere.
If there's not a preset for it, then damn it, people will make it for you.
It'll never be as good as Call of Duty 3, which had the Snoop Dogg announcer pack, but,
Oh.
you know, we'll see.
Oh yeah,
Oh.
that's right. I forgot about that.
Was it 3? I thought it was 4.
I mean, it wasn't Call of Duty 3, it was Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3.
Oh,
But
okay, okay,
yes.
okay.
Okay.
But I really, really want to hear Snoop Dogg tell me to kill Nazis.
Well, play Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3.
Or you could just say, "Hey, Snoop Dogg, can you just say kill Nazis into this microphone for me?"
Yeah. He'll
He'll
probably,
probably do it.
And I'll just press a button. I'll get one of those like button things, and I'll record it to that.
Yeah. How hard is it to modify one of those Staples easy buttons to say whatever the fuck you want? It can't be that hard, right?
If it is anything like I've seen before, it is literally like a button you hold down and you say something.
Oh, you mean what? Okay.
Hey, you know what console Call of Duty World War II came out on?
PC.
Xbox One X.
Oh yeah, that came out.
Oh, you mean the XBOX?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, original Xbox.
Hey, have you guys heard of a worse name for a video console than Xbox One X?
Yeah, the Xbox One.
Let's see. The TurboGrafx 16 is a pretty bad
That's
name.
pretty
the
rad,
N-Gage,
honestly.
the Nokia N-Gage 2,
No, I'm
the
still
sequel.
I'm backing that.
the Gizmondo.
the
I think
Gizmodo.
maybe
Yeah.
the only console worse than this might be the Wii U, and I actually prefer that to Xbox One
The
X.
new 3DS, and I'm not talking about the first one. I'm talking about the second new 3DS.
Oh, the new 3DS XL.
Yeah, that thing. I've looked at like all the different 3DSs, and Jesus fucking Christ, Nintendo is bad at naming things.
No,
The
2DSi. Yeah, I was about to say 2DSi.
Chitty what?
Hey, how come Sony's the only one that just does it right and just puts a number? Like,
Sony has always very much been like, if it ain't broke, don't fix it
Like,
kind of company.
I don't
that's
understand.
why, like, from the PS1, the PS2, and the PS3, the controller was fucking identical.
Like, I don't understand why Sony's the only one that does that. Like, it went from Xbox to Xbox 360, which didn't make sense at all. I don't understand that one.
So, like, when you see it, you turn 360 degrees and walk away. And then you trip over your Xbox because you just fucking turned around in a full circle and walked the same direction you were already facing.
I mean, you say that, but the 360 was the generation where Microsoft kinda won because Sony was fucking terrible.
Yeah, well, so the problem, my understanding was that, like, they clung to that cell architecture they were working on, and then that ended up being, like, a mistake.
Extremely hard to develop for you.
Yeah, hard to develop for, like, which was why the Sega Saturn was a failure.
Also, if you remember, like, E3 from back then, Sony made the same exact mistake Microsoft made recently, and that was constantly talking about all the multimedia features instead of video games.
Yeah, I love the cross-media bar.
Like, I don't give a shit how many different things of TV I can watch.
Hey, do you guys like Blades?
Excuse me?
Blades on
maybe,
your console.
maybe?
Let me hit you with this media blade.
Yo, did you know that the Xbox One X has a vapor chamber?
Yeah.
I did.
Oh my god, I fucking...
You're ripping some sick cotton while you play Call of Duty World War II.
I love how proud the man was when he said the word vapor chamber.
Oh man, E3 was so fun this year.
Fat clouds
though-
over Normandy.
Yeah. Fuck.
We
I don't have a transition, so let me just say Miiverse is shutting down forever.
Miiverse has shut down.
Oh yeah, true. Miiverse is dead, so if you had something to post on it, you're too late.
Yep.
Yeah, you just gotta post it on Twitter now, like an idiot.
Now you just have to at me with your Wario nudes that you were gonna post on Miiverse.
I've only saw one thing of Miiverse, and I saw a man named Jeff look at
Gersman.
maybe he is a Jeff man,
Okay.
and he looked at.
So
Miiverse.
is when you type d.jeffy into our Discord, is that the same guy?
Sometimes that's not him.
So only sometimes, yeah.
That's Jeff Gerstmann.
That's an inside joke right there.
Well, I want people listening to the podcast know that we have a Discord bot where you type d.jeffy and it gives you a random picture. Well, it was initially a random picture of Jeff Gerstmann, and it's become such a shitfest that it's actually just a random picture of fucking whatever now, with a lot of Jeff Gerstmann in there.
I mean, it's still mostly Jeffy, but there's a couple.
Basically, the only thing I've seen of the Miiverse is him looking at it, and they went on Crunchyroll, and someone definitely drew a vagina, and that's it.
I can't believe they're censoring my vagina bones.
So,
Like an hour or two before fucking Miiverse went down, people on Crunchyroll are just like, yeah, let's get fucking crazy.
so you mean like normal Crunchyroll?
Yeah.
Probably, actually.
Oh, fuck, that reminds me. Crunchyroll got hacked earlier this week.
Oh, that
was the other...
Oh my god, that was the thing that I forgot about, and I was gonna
That's
put
what
in
you were
there.
trying to remember for 30 minutes before we
Yes.
started? Okay.
So yeah, Crunchyroll, I guess, with
How did they
DNS.
steal all the anime?
So what happened is that their DNS... Explain it to me, Mike.
Was redirecting to a Russian server.
Which was like, please download
Why
this
is it always
client.
Russians?
Dude, it wasn't the Russians who did it, it just was, that's where the server was redirecting to.
So basically, it would try to download a exe saying like, here, please download this to download your animes. And basically it was it a crypto or something?
It was a Trojan on your computer, my dude.
I know that, but I
It
mean
was
like...
a bad scene. I don't know.
But basically, it basically just locked your computer. Like, hey, pay this amount, or otherwise your shit.
Oh, one of those
the
things.
It was ransomware.
Yeah.
Yeah, the ransomware.
Mhm.
My favorite ransomware thing is when the police station had that happen and they had to pay it.
Oh boy.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, so Crunchyroll was dead pretty much the entire that whole Saturday. It was last weekend. I remember now.
So I guess let this be a lesson. If you watch anime, you will get a virus on your computer.
Uh-huh.
So...
Yeah, anime will punish you.
This is
It's a
why
sin.
anime's bad. They're trying to tell you not to watch anime.
Hey guys, you want to watch some anime?
No, but you know what I do want to do?
Yeah.
Ask you what you've been gaming.
Oh.
Oh, well, I think we all have kind of the same answer to this.
Oh.
No, let's start with Zomtosis, because she might not have the same answer.
Hi. I think you mean
Maggie,
Maggie,
hit me up.
you bitch.
Wow.
Well, don't have a username if you don't want me to use it.
Rude.
If you don't deserve me, if you don't,
You can't.
fucked
There's
it
no
up.
way you can do this.
Whatever.
Maggie.
I already fucked up. Just go
How
ahead.
are you all? Do you like video games? I like video
Yes.
games sometimes.
Some of 'em.
Let me tell you about video games. I played two. Did I play
Uh-huh.
two? Honestly, I'm gonna be real honest. I don't remember like 80% of the last week. I fucking don't know what's happening. I'm losing my mind or something.
You don't remember 80%, but you remember which video games you played? That's pretty impressive.
That's because I played them like yesterday.
Okay, cool.
So, the first one was a Half-Life 1 mod called Paranoia. I guess it's like a horror thing.
Oh, yeah. Oh, my
and
God.
I tried to play it for like 5-10 minutes, and I was like, holy shit, Half-Life 1 is bad.
That's so old, that mod.
It hasn't aged super well. I'll give you
I
that.
stopped and then uninstalled it because I was like, holy fuck, I can't do this.
I'm pretty sure there's a version of that mod for Half-Life 2 as well, so, you can really enjoy yourself by getting that instead.
And then I launched Subnautica, saw my save file was September like 11th of last year.
Mm-hmm.
Deleted
Yep,
that.
never forget.
Too late.
Yeah.
Well, you forgot, so good job.
And I just deleted the save because, been a lot of updates in a year, I'm guessing. And then I played it for like 10 minutes and then stopped, and that's been my week with video games.
Yeah, that was some good video gaming you got in there.
Yeah, man. Did I play? Oh, I was gonna play Sniper Elite, but then I fell asleep and I didn't. So
Yeah, but how
there
many
you go.
video games did you move physically
Um,
this week?
I did have to move all my old GameCube cases. So there you
Hell
go.
yeah. Love the
Actually,
GameCube.
I did also move my GameCube and Wii, so there's that too.
Wow.
I don't know.
Hell yeah.
I don't know.
Hey,
why.
speaking of Nintendo consoles,
Yeah, Nintendo is cool.
I heard we all played a Nintendo game. Is that true?
Yeah.
Yeah.
By we all, you mean...
Everyone but you.
So fuckboy Mike here.
Yeah, Mark. What Mario game did you play? Wait, no. Fuck. I was gonna say what Nintendo game did you play, and then you were gonna answer Sonic, and it was gonna be really funny.
Well, fuck you then.
But I fucked it up.
Yep,
Yeah.
Sonic and Mario at the Olympic Games is back, baby.
I'll reset it up for you. Hold on. Mark,
Okay, go ahead.
what Mario game... Oh, fuck.
You just did it too. Miko,
Okay.
your turn. You can do it.
This is all staying in. By
Hey,
the way.
Mark, what Nintendo game did you play this week?
I play Sonic.
Thank you.
There we
got
go.
it.
We did it.
That's not the game I played. That's Sonic.
This is all staying
We
in.
fucking got
you want
there.
this all in. Please. Do not remove anything.
Thanks,
man.
thanks for showing up, everyone.
Fucking hell.
Fucking...
We'll be here all week.
But
Oh god.
Oh, God. Okay, that was really bad. Thanks, guys. All right, podcast is canceled. Bye.
Just like Sonic, it's canceled.
All right, Mark, tell me all
I'm
about...
my original character, Blonic.
Mark, tell me all about Sonic the Italian Plumber.
So I can't really say much about Sonic Forces because I haven't played much at all this week.
Oh yeah, but did you make an original character?
Yeah, tell me about the character creator. Can you recreate Mario in the Sonic universe? Because really, that's all I care about right now.
So truth be told, I did try. Because
Oh, yeah?
so I feel like because I apparently you can't make a new OC until you beat the game first. So I just said fuck it, I'll just make the one I already have. So I hold on, where's that picture? I got a picture. Oh, there it is. You know, no one know, this is bad for audio, but fuck, I'm gonna show you guys anyway.
Mhm.
No, put it in...
I am there.
Put it in the
There,
document.
It's there.
That's a rabbit.
Oh my.
That's a rabbit.
So hey, there's no fox you can't beat, so I picked the next best thing.
So, you're a rabbit that has a destiny to defeat Dracula.
Uh-huh.
Uh-huh.
Actually, that's the Persona 5.
Rabbit Belmont, I think is his
really
name.
don't like
Let
how
me
blue
finish,
that
you
rabbit
fucks.
is.
That's the no. So I didn't realize the Sega stuff that was a pre-order bonus actually just comes with the the Switch version. So that's the Persona 5 jacket.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
But
well,
those boots
you
are
still have to
not.
go.
No.
You still have to go defeat Dracula. That's not negotiable.
I'm working on it.
Sorry.
I'm still early in the game.
I'm pretty sure
Alright.
you defeat Dracula in Persona 5 too, so
But maybe you can do whatever the fuck in that game.
Um,
So yeah. So playing like so far I've only done about 3 modern stages, 3 avatar stages, and only 1 classic stage so far, and fought 1 boss. So the game is still pretty early.
So now, how do you feel about it? Because I'm seeing very negative reactions to this video game online.
I'm very iffy about it. Not like internet mad, just like kind of
would you say that it's Sonic Generations again?
kinda
Mm,
not quite. I don't know how to describe it. I've been trying to think about this kind of the last couple of days, to be honest.
I mean, I've heard people say, like, it's good. I've heard people say it's bad. I've heard people say it's too short, which...
I would say it's just average.
I've heard people say it's Sonic Generations 1.5 and that they reuse a bunch of assets from that game, and it's very sad.
I don't think they reused anything because it just
So for the footage that I have seen, it is very hard to keep track of where Sonic is on the screen, and that seems like a bad time.
Yeah, there's a lot of zoom outs I've seen where it seems like it's really hard to see your character.
that's
because the
because you're
camera is
not being fast enough. Get faster, fucker. Come
I
on,
haven't had any
step
problem
up.
with that at all. So the main problem I have so far, mainly with the modern Sonic, is the fact that the homing attack is kind of like in a cone. Apparently, this engine runs is the same one from Lost World, just tweaked up a bit.
Mm-hmm.
So whenever you try to do the homing attack, it basically just goes to whatever's in front of Sonic.
Just hurls you in a general direction.
Well, it's more like the reticle kind of points forward, not really like in a general
Oh,
radius.
automatically points forward. I see.
So like, I also downloaded the episode Shadow stuff, and I was trying to do some of the extra stuff to get like I guess sort of heck of it. There's an enemy you have to like homing attack a certain amount of certain enemies in a row, and then there's one to the left as soon as you hit the first one. I keep having
Oh, and it doesn't hit him.
it will hit him. It will go. It takes a while for me to turn after I hit the first enemy.
Right.
And that's kind of bugging me. Either I'm doing something wrong or something else is just getting wonky.
Yep.
So, aside from the homing attack problems, I haven't really found much to complain yet. The levels are short, though, because the way the design is that you have to go, once you beat the level, you go back for the red rings and get those.
Mm-hmm.
Then you unlock the number rings, and after that, you unlock the moon rings.
Jesus Christ! You're telling me you really have to play every level 3 times?
You don't have to play every level 3 times. They are optional.
Wait a second. I heard a rumor that there are 30 levels in this game. Are there 30 levels, or are there 10 levels that you play 3 times each?
No. There are more. There are 30, but they're short levels.
Okay.
That's the problem. So as more you play on, you can do missions on the side, like beat this level in under a certain amount of seconds. The money just used to unlock avatar parts, which right now I don't have a whole lot. Because right now you just started with a nude whatever. You get some gloves, because of course.
Yeah, nude gloves. You can have shoes if you want.
I got a question about the avatar real quick. So when I discussed crab titties, how possible is crab titties in this situation?
Not at all.
I have not found anything related to crabs, nor the crab meat.
Can I make a character with no shoes?
Yes.
And see the weird fucked up feet?
Yes. You can be a bear,
Alright.
a bunny, a wolf, a rabbit. Wait,
Yeah.
I said bunny. A bear, a bunny, a wolf.
A hedgehog,
bird,
a cat, and a
A
dog.
hedgehog. Yeah.
What about like a weasel?
No.
You can just just make it wolf and just pretend it's a weasel.
I can't even be a bird?
Yeah. Oh,
You
wait.
can be a bird.
You can be a bird. Bird's in there.
And they have big stupid beaks. Yeah.
What kind of bird can you be? Can you be like a cool bird or
Just
lame
a bird.
No.
Just
You
a
can
bird.
just a bird, and then you can have
Can
3
I
different haircuts.
can I
and
be
they're all
Pecky
bad.
the pelican?
No.
Probably
Maybe.
not.
But yeah, you do unlock more parts. You do unlock more hairdos, different outfits and stuff like that. So you're not just limited.
Oh, you unlock more hairdos. I
Yeah,
didn't know
yeah.
that. I thought you just unlocked cosmetics to put on your
that
guy.
too, but you unlock like I guess like bangs and stuff like that.
Right, okay.
So it'll at least cover.
Oh, bangs. Perfect. I can't wait to put bangs on my hedgehog. Danica will be so proud of me.
Yeah. So yeah, like once you play the Switch version, you at some point you will unlock the Sega pack. So if you want bare feet, you have the eye feet, which is just it's fucking freaky. I'm not used to it.
They look gross.
Mm-hmm. But yeah.
Yeah, I can't wait to have fucking barefoot like latex bodysuit
Wait.
Sonic abomination.
Wait. When I make the bare feet, right? Can I make the legs and the feet skin colored?
I think there's.
Yeah,
I think.
the feet,
I think.
yes, the legs, sort of.
Can
I think
please?
you can. There's an option for just like making your character look like a flesh color.
Yeah, can I make it look like a shaved animal?
Maybe. Yeah.
No,
I have to double check.
no, because of the way the texture is, but
You can pretend.
but you can pretend, and you can get pretty close color-wise.
Mm-hmm.
I'd love to pretend.
Good enough. But yeah, I want to do more with the Avatar stuff, just like to see what the hell I can make.
So I do want to point out that because Sonic Forces came out, I've been thinking a lot about the Blonic videos again. So just, I'm inexplicably inflating again is a great line. Just throwing it out there.
Can I make a dolphin character?
Only in your dreams.
No.
Can I make a whale?
No, but you know who goes to an ocean level and talks about whales?
Mm-hmm.
Is there a whale?
This is
I don't know.
spoilers. You
Is
can't
there a
spoil
whale?
anything past the first kingdom or Sand Kingdom for me, nerd.
Well, that's not the first kingdom. So, eat shit, I guess.
True.
So, let's talk about Mario.
Hey, you guys. Mario.
Mario.
Mario. Mario's back in a brand new adventure.
Hey, you guys heard of Mario?
Hey, is Mario Odyssey as good as Mario Sunshine?
It is 1,000 times better than Mario
I don't
Sunshine,
believe that.
and I'm insulted that you even compared them.
I like Mario Sunshine. I've played about maybe 2 to 3 hours of Mario Odyssey, and I like it better than Mario Sunshine. So
Okay, but are you still gonna buy me a Switch so I can play it?
no, that was definitely not a thing we ever agreed to.
I'm pretty sure at some point I agreed you'd do that for me.
You did agree I would do that for you, but then I didn't agree that I would do that for you.
I'm pretty sure this is how contracts work.
No.
Definitely is not.
I'm gonna take you to Judge Judy and make you buy me a Switch.
Hey, I got a Switch and played Mario.
Tell us about the
Yeah,
Mario.
fuckboy here actually got a Switch.
I'm gonna talk first because I played the least Mario.
Yes.
Hey, you start the game, and you're Mario, and you're allowed to be Mario within like fucking 2 minutes of the game starting.
Okay, accurate.
There's like a maybe 2.5 minute cutscene,
Mm-hmm.
and then you're Mario, and then you can just play Mario and do all the Mario things.
What do you mean? Mario doesn't have like 5 hours of exposition first?
No, it doesn't, and it's great. It's just like, hey, it's like move the camera with right stick, which boy, that feels bad on the Switch controller. I need to get a Pro controller real bad because
Pro controller is so much better. Holy shit, you have no idea.
the placement of that thing is not good. But anyway,
The problem is the Switch Pro controller is like a little on the expensive side.
it's cheaper now than it was.
I
But
like,
yes,
I like how they
Yeah.
call it the Pro Controller and not the normal controller.
only pros use this controller. Only real gamers will. Okay. Uh, and I was like, man, that feels bad. But then it was like, hey, press the B button to jump. And I was like, okay. And then he jumps. And then it's like, you're playing Mario. And I was like, oh. And then so I played some Mario. And I tried to find secret things that I don't think I'm allowed yet. And I jumped a lot. And hey, the movement in that game is the best movement in a 3D Mario game. Hands down.
Yes, hands down.
You have the most movement options. All of them work good. Within probably like 10 minutes of playing, there's a part where, so right as you start the game, you go in, you're in the Cap Kingdom, and you go in this big hat. So you throw your hat at the door, you go in. As soon as you go in, if you turn around behind you, there's like just a big ass wall where you went in. Now, what you're supposed to do, okay, so there's this wall, and you're like, okay, there's a wall. There's some question mark blocks next to it. You hit them. Great. So you're there. Now, what you're supposed to do is you're supposed to go over and do all this shit, and you possess a frog, and the frog can jump really high, and great.
Frog.
Within like 10 minutes of playing, I went over to that wall, and I was like, oh. I looked up, and I was like, oh, there's something up on top of this wall. And I was like, I bet I can get up there. And so I did a number of weird, tricky jump maneuvers and found invisible question mark blocks on the wall and hit those with my head after doing a wall jump into hat throw back at the wall, re-jump off the wall. And then I did a hat jump, backflip,
This is like
wall
some
kick.
esports shit.
Backflip, wall kick, hat throw back into the wall, dive to land on top of those blocks, and then did it again and got on top of that thing without even using the frog. And then I couldn't even get the big rings that has the coins in them, because you can't jump that high as regular Mario. But the point is that I was able to get up there as regular Mario within 10 minutes of playing the game.
So you're saying you did a hat trick?
I'm saying that this game controls really good, and you can do a lot of things.
I feel like
in it.
when I played it the first time with the Joy-Cons separate, it took me some time to get used to it because I haven't really used the Joy-Cons since I got the Pro Controller.
Yeah.
But when I got my hands on and playing with the Pro Controller, like for real, it felt really nice.
Yeah, so I didn't get a Pro Controller, and I will say that I immediately upon getting this game, I wanted to play it on my TV and not in the handheld, and I just started by playing with the controller separate. I didn't want to plug them into that seems like a stupid piece of garbage, so I didn't plug them into the thing.
Yeah, it's not great.
It's
And
fine.
and I'm okay with it. It's not bothering me having them. And the motions work well. Like,
See, that's the thing, like, because they've been advertising the game with that separate, because even
Yeah.
with the Pro Controller, you still have to do that. To do certain tricks, you have to use the motions.
right.
So they want you to use that with the motion tricks.
I saw like a Giant Bomb stream of Jeff talking about doing the motions, and I think he was talking about doing them on the Pro Controller.
Yeah.
But they were talking about
Yeah.
them being kind of difficult, and I think that maybe they're just bad at motion controls because
Giant Bomb Batman
Is-
video games? Don't you
yeah,
say?
it's extremely easy to get pretty much whatever you want.
Yeah.
I can get the up throw, the down throw, or the only one that's maybe a little finicky is the side throw where it goes around you in a circle.
So actually, it's the opposite on the Pro Controller. Is I have a lot of trouble doing the up throw and the down throw, but the side throw is super easy. I could just like do it.
Right, because the thing is when you have the two controllers separate and you do the side throw, you have to do to one side or the other at the same time with both of them. Because if you only do it with one of them, he doesn't do the side throw. He just tosses the hat.
Right. So with the Pro Controller, it's just I throw my controller sideways
Right.
and it just does the
Can't you
circle
turn
thing.
the motion controls off?
You
No.
no, there's an option to turn it off, but all it really does is like turn off the gyro. You're like aiming and stuff. To do that, like the extra hat moves, you still have to use the motion.
Yeah, and there's special hat moves, and the only way you can do them is through motion control. So, but whatever. I thought it was really easy. So maybe they're just bad. I don't know.
I mean, of course, but like they're just like you want to put them on a button just for convenience sake, because you try to do these on like when you're playing on portable, kind of impossible.
Right.
And also, there's some people who have disabilities where they can't do fucking motion controls, so it'd be nice if that was
that's
an
something
option.
that Nintendo needs to get their shit together on.
Like, I know you love funny gimmicks and shit, but like some people physically can't do the dumbass
To be fair, though,
gimmick.
you don't really need to do these things. Like,
Yeah.
that's the main thing I would say, though, is like none of these are necessary to gameplay.
So here's
They're
the thing that they are technically done with buttons. You just have to do some extra movement. Like to do the hat throw down, you have to do ground pound, let go of the ZL, and hit Y again,
right.
and he'll actually do
Yeah.
it. I'm not sure how you do it with the up throw. And I know the spin.
I couldn't figure out the up throw, but the spin I figured out.
Yeah, the spin you just spin like you do in Sunshine, then throw the hat again. He'll spin with the hats.
Mm-hmm.
You can make Mario spin forever in this game.
Yeah.
Does he get dizzy at any point?
No, I actually I did it for like probably a minute and a half straight to see if he would.
Does he get
so.
dizzy and then vomit, and then you can like vomit on Goombas?
No, but
Oh,
I
boy.
will say that I have already taken a bunch of pictures in this game, including Mario sleeping on the T-Rex. So
Now you must take a picture of yourself with a dog.
Wait, was Mario?
no,
sleeping...
I actually don't care about the dog.
Was Mario sleeping on the T-Rex or with the T-Rex?
I made him sleep on the T-Rex.
Well, were they fucking? That's what I want to
No,
know.
he was just sleeping on
Was
it.
Mario getting some of that T-Rex cloaca?
No, they were just taking a nice afternoon nap together.
Does a T-Rex have a cloaca?
You can Google that.
Yeah, let's not discuss that.
So I don't know. I made
Personally-
it up to the Sand Kingdom. I didn't get very far into the Sand Kingdom because I had to eat dinner. I literally got it today.
Yeah.
But
And then I said, hey, nobody's putting anything in the document, what's going on? And then everybody seemed really
Yeah.
surprised that I wanted to do a podcast.
Yeah, I'm gonna be honest. I was kind of hoping you'd call it off today, but here we are.
I immediately got some moons.
The moonstones.
It's weird
Yeah.
not saying stars. Moons in Sand Kingdom, and then
Just you wait, man. It's going to get even weirder.
yeah, and then I got some purple coins, and then I was one purple coin short of buying a cowboy hat, and that made me pretty upset. So, and that's where I stopped playing.
Mm-hmm. Also save your money for the undies. Get those Marionettes.
I actually had almost 700 coins by the time I reached that shop, but I spent 100 of them on the
Yeah, so I'm at a point now where, like, I have no reason to collect regular coins anymore, I don't think. Because I bought everything in the shop that was you could buy with regular
Even
coins.
the other thing with the secret thing, that's a lot of money.
Oh no, I didn't buy that one.
Okay.
No, you're right.
Yeah, I'm
Hey,
not
can
gonna.
you
I
The
don't.
secret thing that costs a lot
I don't
of
want.
money.
I don't
I
want
did
to
not
say
buy.
it is for Mike's sake because it's.
I know what it is, but okay.
Can you be
Yeah,
a
yeah.
little more vague for me, though? Because I love
It's
how
a
thing
vague
that's a
that was.
secret.
This is about as vague as we can get. I'm sorry.
Yeah. Because yeah.
So that was how much I didn't get to play that much Mario, and when I was in the kingdom before the Sand Kingdom with the T-Rex,
Cascade.
I got like a few stars, and then I left that kingdom to go to the next kingdom, and it was like, oh, you're missing all this shit, and I was like, but how? There were rocks that I couldn't break. I wanted to break all these rocks that seemed like they had stuff behind them, but they wouldn't let me. And I'm not talking about the T-Rex rocks. I'm talking about other rocks.
Mm.
You could possess the chain chomps and do that.
Oh yeah. You can-
No, there was other rocks in places where chain chomps were not that I couldn't. Unless you can unless you can get rid of the post of where the chain chomp is and then take the chain chomp over.
I mean,
Like, there's no way for you to
the
get to this
T-Rex.
stuff.
I guess just give it time because you do like. Do you know about?
I will say, after you beat the game, quote unquote, it super opens up. It's like really cool how they did that, where it's like, oh, you beat the thing now? Okay, well, how about hours and hours more of content?
Because I just
Do
want to
you
say,
like that?
I actually really tried to explore and get like all the moons I could in that place, and it seemed like a lot of stuff was stuff I couldn't do at that point, that was kind of upsetting, honestly. But it seems like it's opening up more now that I'm in Sand Kingdom. So
I mean, there are more.
that's really fun.
There are moons out there you can still get regardless, but yeah, by the time you hit the certain point, because there are objects in each world you just kind of find, and there's a reason why they're there, and they'll explain that at the end.
Hey, I need to ask you something.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
When you start the game
Uh-huh.
in Cap Kingdom,
Right.
you look over at where the big hat is that you eventually go in.
Uh huh.
Off to the
Uh-huh.
right, there's just a little island out in the middle of the smoke. There's that. How the fuck?
Wing Goomba.
Yeah, Goomba.
There weren't any.
There's a Goomba hiding.
What do you mean there weren't any?
I could tell you where it is after the podcast, or when it's taken now.
Jesus Christ. Okay. All right. Yeah.
But you possess a Wing Goomba and then you fly over there.
Man,
That's how you do it.
I was like, I was trying to like long jump, hat throw, jump off of my own hat, long, and I could.
So that'll only get you so far. You can't just like travel infinitely doing that.
Right, because you can't throw the hat infinite time. You can only throw it one time. Jump.
Yeah.
Yeah, I also have a lot of trouble doing that maneuver.
So
just
you know what? I'll just tell you because it's right in the very beginning of the game. There's a Goomba, Wing Goomba underneath the bridge in the Hat Kingdom.
Oh.
Boy, Mike, it sure sounds like their knowledge of Super Mario Odyssey really eclipses your own. Alright, there you go. That's my content.
Crazy.
To be honest, I was watching Vinny play it too. Along with my own.
Crazy. All right. I mean,
Mario's fun.
You guys played more Mario than me. Do you like Mario?
Yeah.
I love Mario. Yeah, you go.
I am almost done with Mario. I just like one room away from the final area. I stopped there for a reason because I wanted to go to sleep this morning. But
you wanted to sleep and not play Mario? What the hell?
How final are we talking?
I can't say anymore aside from like White Room.
Okay. Are you in or around a wedding of any kind?
Around. I am like literally just one room away. I'm also, dude, I want to sneak.
I think I've seen a picture of that room on Twitter.
It's because I went to.
So I am.
Okay.
I'm further than you.
It's the room from Chain of Memories. You'll recognize it.
Yeah.
Oh no! Not again.
See, Mario goes into the Castle of Oblivion and he meets Sora and friends.
I'm just saying a Mario world in Kingdom Hearts would be really good.
Hey, can someone get Charles Marionnette to sing Simple and Clean for me? Thanks.
I would just want to hear Charles just say...
Charles Marionnette?
Don't fucking... What? I'm not. I already said it. It's gone. He's like Pinocchio.
Okay, hold on. I got an episode title. I need to write it down so I don't forget. Charles Marionnette. Got it.
I want him just in the Mario voice just say like
Charles Marionnette and the voice actors strike.
Oh. Yeah, can you also
hold on?
Can someone also get Charles Marionnette to say "I'm a real boy" in Mario's voice? Thanks.
I'm pretty sure that exists somewhere. Just send him a tweet. He'll probably post on his Instagram.
Well, anyway, let's talk about Mario.
Well, I'm almost
Mario Marionette. Yeah,
I'm almost done with Mario. I want to finish that so I can do the other games on my list. I have not yet to play Snake Pass. That's still
okay. So here's what I'm going to tell you: is you're not close to done.
I know, but I want to finish the main, the plot.
Yeah. So that. I will say that sequence that you're about to go into is really fucking cool, and I loved it.
I know. I like it.
The way the game opens up after you finish it, though, is fucking fantastic.
So, like I said, I've seen Vinny stream it. He's already beat the game. He's already done a little bit post, so I already know exactly how that goes.
Yeah. So now, once you beat the wedding level, and, like, all that shit is behind you, then you go back to all the other levels, and then suddenly, there's, like, fucking ton of extra moons in every level that you can get now. That weren't there before. It's fucking amazing.
Yeah, I still can't believe at the end of the game, after you beat Bowser, like, I know this is spoiling everything, but, like, they just make Mario and Bowser fuck at the end, and it's, like, really weird.
Yeah, so I've never related to a video game more than that scene.
I didn't know Mario could take that much, girth.
Oh, baby. Let me tell you about it. Look, just go to e621.net and just start typing things in, and you'll find out.
Don't do that.
Alright, hold on. Okay, Google e669.com. Alright, there's a lot of furry stuff. Oh, God.
There is a lot of furry stuff. You're correct. That is correct. You're not wrong.
Okay. So Mario's good. I think we spent too much time on Mario.
Yeah, so I think that's going to do it for the video game section, right?
Yeah.
All right. So, emails. I don't have any emails to read. I'm sorry.
It's okay. We'll save it for next time.
But we did have a topic, and that's, what's your favorite position to fuck Mario in?
Yeah, what's your top Mario of all time? And why?
Do you prefer Mario to be a top or a bottom? What is your
we
choice?
had to generalize it because that was too complicated for everyone. So the question actually is, What's your favorite game with Mario in it? What's your favorite game that contains Mario?
Mm-hmm.
And why?
And it can be any game.
It can be any game that has Mario in it.
Especially ones on Newgrounds.
As long as it has Mario in it.
Oh, God.
I hope we don't get too many
Mac
Newgrounds
Daddy
games.
Mario, let's go.
Fuck Kingdom Mario Edition.
AdultGames.biz.
Wait, no.
Edition.
There's a better
Oh.
name for that. Meat and Fuck Mushroom Kingdom. There you go.
I think it's just.
I don't like that. Okay, so yeah,
Yeah, Bowser's
Mario.
really gonna bake a cake with Peach, alright?
Oh.
Preemptively, my favorite Mario game is Mario 3. Fuck everyone.
Alright, let's go.
I mean, there's nothing wrong with Mario 3, but you should save that
It's the
for
best
next
Mario.
time.
I'll rant about Mario 3 next time.
Yeah, but
Alright.
it's bad and old, so you're wrong.
All right, so instead of emails, we're gonna move on to worst/most interesting thing on the internet.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Today we're gonna call it Superhighway Showdown.
That's
Why
a
are you sorry?
very good name, but I'm not done.
Oh no.
I'm not done. I'm sorry. I did game something else.
Oh, you're not
That
done.
No.
wasn't Mario. This is what I actually gamed a lot.
Yeah, I'll let you finish.
it Destiny
real quick.
2?
Hold on.
I just want to get through it really quick. And it won't
Alright,
be
hurry.
quick at all, so eat shit.
Fuck.
Hey, do you guys like Dark Souls?
No.
Well, good
Sure.
news. Super Mario Odyssey is the Dark Souls of Mario. No.
Fuck you.
I did see somebody Photoshop the word Dark Souls with the Mario Odyssey font. So that was
Alright, I'm
That was
gonna
fun.
get real for a moment right now, alright? Demon
Uh-huh.
Souls was the only good one because Dark Souls just feels like weird and like hollow. to
Nah,
me,
Dark
and
Souls
it's
is
not
better than
great.
Demon Souls.
No,
All the
the-
other Dark Souls are worse
The
than Dark Souls 1, though.
atmosphere is just not good, and I don't really like Dark Souls at all.
I love Dark Souls 1, Dark Souls 2 is not very good.
Hey.
Dark Souls 3 I never played.
Hey, did you
Yeah.
play
Anyway,
Did you play Bloodborne?
Did
Nico?
I play Bubsy? No.
you know, I bought it and then never got around to playing it, so like I have it. It's still in the shrink wrap.
Okay, well, in Bloodborne, there's this concept of basically shields are not a thing, so there's much more.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, and it's much more aggressive, and like if you attack guys after you get hit, you get health back, and etc. Whatever. This is the game that I played is kind of like that. It's similar to that, but it's different. It's not the same mechanically. In fact, it's actually more complex mechanically than a Dark Souls or a Bloodborne, in my personal
No,
opinion.
but Dark Souls is the most hardcore, complex video game
Nah.
ever, and it's
Yeah, we get it.
Nah. So I played a game called Neo, or Nio. I think it's Neo because it's supposed to
I
be.
think it's Neo.
Ni is 2, and O I think is for kings, because they actually talk about this in the game. But anyway,
Yeah, it's just like the Matrix. Anyway.
yeah, yeah, and it came out on PC recently. I had been wanting to play this game really badly when it came out on PS4, and I was incredibly upset that it didn't come out to PC where I could play it. And now it did. It came out on my birthday, so I downloaded it.
Happy
and I played it,
birthday.
and I played like 20 hours or something already.
Oh, really? Is it good? Do you like the game?
It's like a really super aggro Dark Souls, and fucked up, and honestly harder than Dark Souls. And also, it takes place in Japan, which really satisfies the weeb in me, because I'm just like, oh man. I got
Do you have
katana.
to fight cool Japanese demons?
Yeah, you do. A
Oh,
lot of
that
them.
actually-
and
I
they're
like that.
jerks. Yeah, in fact, hey, you know that one Japanese, myth or whatever about, it's like the umbrella, and it just has an eyeball on it?
Yeah, his name's a
Yeah, that you literally fight that in this game.
Oh, I can't-
That's an enemy type.
I can't believe you fight a coup.
It jumps in the air and it dives at you like an umbrella, and also it spins around and shoots out spikes at you as an
Is
umbrella.
it-
That sounds sick
Is
nasty.
it thematically at all like what the fuck is it called? That game with samurai, and it's made by the guy who made Devil May Cry.
I don't know what you're talking about. So,
It's old
You mean
and
Capcom?
not
one
great.
thing I will say about this game that I think is very not good is that the plot of this game revolves. This is some Tom Cruise Last Samurai shit. The plot of this game
Oh no.
revolves around a white guy
Uh-huh.
who is, but he's Irish, so I guess there's
Well,
that.
top of the morning too.
Yeah, no, very fucking Irish. Like he has
Oh.
very much an Irish
Is that
accent.
who you play as?
Yeah,
Oh,
So you
good.
play as Danny O'Dwyer.
William,
and
the Irishman.
Danny William
William's
O'Dwyer.
a
Yeah.
Scottish name. Don't fuck with me.
Well, he's Irish. I'll tell you what. And you go to Japan to go find a guy who stole your spirit animal, and
Is it a potato?
you end up taking part in the War of the Three. No, that's Chinese. The last war, Warring States period, which is where like Tokugawa Ieyasu,
Yeah, the
the guy who ultimately united Japan, wins and unites Japan. You end up taking sides in this conflict, and you whatever, you fight.
and
other
you fight with
guys
the
and-
samurai, and then Tom
Right, but then
Cruise
there's
shows
also
up.
demons everywhere, and they're fucked up. They're real fucked up.
Yeah, it's like there's just also demons in this historical setting for some reason.
Yeah. And it's really, and you hang out with Hanzo Hattori. It's really hard. Like, it's actually kind of fucked up how hard it is.
Is that
like,
the guy that makes the swords?
it took. What? No, he's the ninja guy who worked for Tokugawa Ieyasu.
that.
He's the main ninja guy. Yeah. It's like kind of fucked up how hard it is. Like, you remember the first time you played Dark Souls and like
Yeah, it was
you
easy.
like go, and you go and you find like a Black Knight for the first time, and you're like, hey Lamau, he's just a knight. Let me fight this guy, and you just get curb stomped like really hard, and you're like, oh, fuck. Like, I see.
So to the
and you have to like
Japanese-
completely.
Is there like a giant skeleton guy you have to fight?
There are skeletons. There are big ones too.
Because that's my favorite Japanese demon thing.
I haven't found the biggest skeleton yet. But like, just it gave me that feeling that the first Dark Souls did, where like you have to like relearn how to play an action game in order to get good at it.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like really aggro. There's this really crazy system in the combat where you have weapons, right? So like, okay, you have a one-handed katana, you have a two-handed katana. That's like a big one. You have dual katanas. You have the chain and sickle thing, where it's like a sickle that's on the end of a chain that you spin around and shit. You have
The anime
Fuck.
weapon.
you can punch people if you really want, which is bad.
What do you mean? Punching demons doesn't work well?
You've got like 3 different ranged weapons. But here's the thing, all of the melee weapons, axes, all the melee weapons have 3 different stances you can be in at any time. So you use right bumper plus a face button to change which stance you're in. And depending on which stance you're in, your light and heavy attacks are completely different. And also you have different other moves in those stances as well.
What is it? Like a power stance and then like an agile stance?
So it's like sort of like that. Basically, there's high stance, middle stance, and low stance. High stance is like generally, but not always, bigger, heavier attacks. Middle stance is like, I can't tell you because it's just different for every weapon, but it's like, the regular quote unquote stance. And then low stance is like maybe like a little faster, right? But there's like so much weird shit in this game where like there's this concept of after you do an attack, you glow for a little bit, and then if you press the stance switch button without changing stances, you get some of your stamina back that you just spent. And then you can get a thing where if you switch stances when you are glowing like that, it'll also give you stamina back. So you can just like end up in this crazy thing where you're just like fucking hitting guys, and then you switch stance to another. You get the stamina back and hit another guy, and like,
Oh, so
It's
basically
fucking wild,
it's kind of
dude.
like Dark Souls, but it has like more combat shit in it.
yeah, it's like on crack. It's like
you can actually
crazy.
do some kind of combos instead of just like I'm
Yes.
gonna hit.
Yes, and it's a lot of fun, and I played a shitload of it. It's also very co-op friendly. You want to do co-op, it's not hard to do.
Hey, Mike, do you want to play Samurai Time with me right now?
Yeah, I do. You should buy it.
Um,
And the best part is, or my favorite part is, unlike in Dark Souls, as far as I can tell, there is no invaders. So nobody comes into your game to kill you when you're online, but you can summon other people to help you out with stuff.
Hey, to be honest, I know people love that part of the Soul series, but I fucking hate it. I really
me too.
don't like it because it's just like, I hope this guy's not hacking.
Yeah, it gets really bad, especially in the later life of those games. So there is none of that in this game, which is great. And there's like a ton of I can tell that there's a ton of post-game content based on certain things that you can do. And God, there's so many system mechanics. It's like one of those games that's just so deep that you fall in a hole the second you start playing it. And I'm going to play a lot more of it because it's a lot of fun. All right, I'm done.
All right. So you're gonna buy me this video game, and then we're gonna play together.
Super Highway Showdown.
Anyway, yeah, Super Highway Showdown. What y'all bring from the internet this week? Tell me about it.
Japanese people are too good at Mario.
Correct.
Yeah, they are.
Someone posted on Twitter a thing of the Mario Odyssey leaderboard for a certain thing. And it was, if you don't know what it is, this is kind of a spoiler, but not. There's races where you race against Koopas, and you have to get to a place before them.
Yeah, so I believe you two have not unlocked these yet.
Correct.
These happen after you beat the game.
So the thing is, they did this, and then when they posted the leaderboards.
Oh, holy fuck.
And one of them was like, oh, this is a 13-second time. And the guy was like, that's not possible. Like, this guy is just hacking already. And then somebody goes, no, look at this. And they posted the video from Japanese Twitter of the guy doing it, and it's fucked.
Fuck.
Like,
that's wild as hell.
If you wanted to see how dumb the movement is in this game, yeah.
So actually, something I'm very excited for about Mario Odyssey is all the speedrun tech is going to be fucking fantastic.
True.
Yeah.
Friend of the podcast, at Vicus on Twitter.
At Vicus3.
At Vicus3.
First of all.
You're right. I'm sorry. Has already been speedrunning this game on his Twitch channel, so if you want to check it out, go for it.
Yeah, and he's your neighbor, I think?
He's not my neighbor, but he does live in Hoboken, and he does have the exact same birthday as me.
Yeah, we did go have a lot of beer with him one day, along with Kubo.
So that's who you were making the ramen for, right?
Nope.
No, this was over the summer.
Also, another thing I found is multi-track drifting.
Yeah.
Maybe you've heard of it before.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Someone took a model train set and did multi-track drifting, and it's great.
All we need now is some dubstep and some flashing text that says off the rails.
If by dubstep you mean Japanese Euro pop, then yes.
Japanese Euro pop.
I mean, I meant dubstep, but Japanese Euro pop works too.
Well, because they did it. They took
It's not really Euro pop, because it's not in Europe.
And the last thing that I had is Toddy's dog, Tito.
It's a dog.
Who is Toddy, exactly?
Toddy is a New Zealander from China who lives in Greenland. Friend of the podcast.
Toddy's from Greenland.
Yeah.
I don't think any of these things that you're saying are true.
Friend of the podcast.
Correct.
And he has a dog, and it's named Tito.
And it is a good dog.
He posted this video to Twitter, and it made me very happy on my insides, so you should watch it. I don't know, sometimes you just gotta watch something cute on Twitter, with all the bad news these days.
Sometimes you just gotta yee at a dog, and the dog, yees back as best he can.
And sometimes your dog puts out an album named Jesus.
Yeah, and sometimes your dog's a real wiggler, like Tito is, and that's my content.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you for that great hashtag content, Mike.
All right.
You're welcome.
So I was fully prepared to come into this with nothing because I haven't really been on the internet the past 2 weeks.
But you did it.
Busy.
You found one.
Yeah, while we were talking, I found a Twitter bot that just shitposts "You Got a Moon" from Mario Odyssey, and so the most recent one says "You Got a Moon" shitpost on Reddit. You got next one. You got a moon. Sell your soul to 100% Mario Odyssey.
I like "You Got a Moon." Please notice me, Sonic-Kusan.
You got a moon. Commit tax evasion.
You got a moon. Yeah, chili dogs.
Beat your meat. Yeah.
You got a moon. Blocked by Twitter.
You got a moon. Straight line zone. You got a moon. Die in public.
Yeah, I saw it.
Oh no. You got a moon. What could possibly go wrong? Oh man, we didn't talk about Bubsy at all.
You got a moon. Play Roblox.
Don't.
All right.
No, we made it this fucking far.
Next week. Next week we're gonna have to talk about Bubsy because this can't stand.
You got a moon horny on main.
Yeah, so this is twitter.com/YouGotAMoon_bot.
I wish I had all the
Okay,
ones.
Game Bun.
So I had none, and I had one, and I had two.
The first one that you linked, I want you to know.
Yeah,
That's not going in the show notes. I cannot do that.
I actually we were talking casually before this started.
and you physically
And then I just
yelled.
started screaming because I couldn't after I saw it. So you guys don't need to see this, and we're not going to link it. So I'm just going to tell you what it is. Someone managed to jam their car key first, key end first, all the way to the hilt into the bottom of their foot,
They sheath their keys into their foot.
and that's bad.
And
If
now,
I saw,
Yeah,
it makes me
don't
want to
look
cry.
at it. It's bad, and it makes me
and
feel
now
uncomfortable.
let me tell you
so-
about the time I had to get foot surgery, because that's a fun story. So,
How about we don't, actually?
which you don't want to hear about it?
No,
Let
I
me
don't,
just say this,
actually.
I don't know who decided doing things like sticking tweezers in someone's foot while they're awake is a good idea when you're a child, but it's not.
Oh,
Don't do that.
That's bad.
Don't. I still feel the tweezers in my foot.
So if
right
you can't
now.
post the picture, at least post the video because it just showed an X-ray at how far deep that damn thing went. Because
Why are you giving me more of this content? You know I don't want it.
Hashtag foot tent.
oh
Foot content.
god, so the way it actually goes into his foot is really kind of fucked up.
Well, don't tell
Well,
me
it's more
about
like
it. I don't
it's
want to
more
know.
like just pure accident because the way I'll describe it in the video. So his keys were in his pocket.
Ugh.
Fucking
God.
so this is like it's part of a karate class. So his keys were in his pocket. He gets knocked down. His keys come out of his pocket, land on the floor, and his other it was his left foot just happens to just land right on, the key. Like it just
But
happened,
there's no blood or anything.
not right away, but it does show a little bit. But yeah, the blood it's just kind of it's just stuck in there.
It's the whole key.
Yep,
I don't like it.
it's interesting to say the least.
What's your second piece of content that isn't this horrible image?
Yeah, let's stop talking about this, please. Thank you.
No, this is just a
don't
bummer
like
picture I
foots?
found. Just the fat. I feel like scale is off in this picture because I don't remember her being that big. This is Madame.
She's big.
This is Madame Brutal from.
No, yeah,
from-
that's correct.
Wow. Anyway, this is Madame Brutal from Mario Odyssey. Just a big old fat bunny with jiggle physics.
Now,
Mhm.
Yeah, she
unlike
tries to hit you with a chain chomp.
unlike that
Choppykins.
last photo, this one's the real key to make it. All right, there you go.
Fuck. Anyway,
Huh?
Did you try and do a pun, but then also accidentally did a DJ Khaled catchphrase?
I guess I did. Didn't
The
I?
key is to play Mario Odyssey.
The key is to not get a key wedged in your
Oh,
foot.
hey, I have a weird thing really quickly, anecdotally. I was watching some TV show, some Vice TV show online.
Uh-huh.
Jesus and Marrow. Really good if you haven't seen it. And there was a commercial for like shoes or something. I forget. It was a commercial. And it had DJ Khaled in it. And he was like the whole focus of the commercial. But wait, there's more. For some reason, the background music playing during this commercial was not a DJ Khaled song. It was a Kendrick Lamar song. And I just sat there and thought, do they know that, like, does he know that this commercial doesn't have his music in it? Because, like, why would he agree to that? Man.
Is he friends with Kendrick Lamar? Because I don't
I
actually
mean, even
know.
if he is, like, isn't that kind of weird? Like, you would think, if you're going to do a commercial.
You would think that, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know, man.
I just thought that was weird. Alright.
Anyway, so tell me about how Mario has titty physics.
yeah, titty physics. Also, his nose is a titty. It also jiggles.
He does have
Well,
nose
his
physics.
nose is definitely not a titty, but his nose it does
I
have
mean,
physics.
It's kind of a titty.
No, it's not. That's not what that means.
Mario's nose is actually a titty grafted onto his
Oh.
face.
That's weird.
Alright, we're not allowed to read this last one because I just looked at it and it's garbage.
Oh,
So
yeah.
This podcast is over.
Rar, Nuzzles, how are you? Pounces on you.
I mean, this is
You're
all
so-
getting cut out, so you can read it if you want, but...
What is
But
this?
no,
exactly?
no, don't read it. Don't read it because I need to end the podcast.
We'll just say
No,
it's
wait,
just something
hold on,
very disgusting.
Hold on, wait. I gotta read one sentence.
So,
one sentence. One
It's
sentence.
still not going in. You
Alright.
can read it if you want, though.
All
right.
It was
Okay,
actually
I told you
Papami.
never to call me that. Secondly, this episode is over. Thank you for listening. Give us a rating on iTunes. Give us a rating on Google Play. Give us a rating on all the things
Also,
that
send in
you
your
may or may not
emails
enjoy.
to
Yeah, send in your emails to podcast@burndownthesandcastle.info. What is your favorite game with Mario in it? Does not necessarily have to be a mainline Mario game.
or go to burndownthesandcastle.info, the website, and submit your question for things there on the web form.
Yes,
It's not a
so
question,
I
though.
realized...
I don't know why it says that. It's just a Mario.
I realized there was a significant delay before we kind of got back on track. I'm hoping we're back on track.
We're going to be back on track in the very near future, now that it's not my birthday.
Which Mario game scratches your 7-inch itch?
Why do you keep saying things like that? I don't understand.
That one was pretty funny. I'm behind that one.
Alright, so, also, I do want to mention that somebody I've known on Twitter for a while came to me and asked if I was the same Alex that edits Toontown Public Works. I absolutely am not, so I don't have time to edit this fucking podcast. I don't see how I could have time to edit
Yeah, if
one that
Alex
I'm not
had time
even
to
on.
edit this podcast, I wouldn't be doing it. So.
Yeah, no, for real. I would be doing it instead, but that's beside the point. So it did get mentioned, so you should check those guys out. They're pretty cool.
Yeah, they're good.
You like
I like their
cartoons.
podcast, too.
Yeah.
All right.
So I mentioned it because I was listening to it on my way home from school last night, and they said, "Oh yeah, about that, Miko is not the same Alex." I'm like, oh yeah. So yeah, catch y'all next time. Thanks for listening.
free.
For listening.
Like, comment, subscribe, all that good
Puts
stuff.
paws on your chest, yeah.
Fuck.
Fuck you.